The chairman of Ofosu Ampofo abeka yensa, but quickly me pese minyanyoma ba community na fe metimi ne edi yenkomo kama. We have the next 1 hour 30 minutes say ibinya sabre na yedi yenkomo ewa han say Meka say Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ade ba ko mse be mbon kae and say wono ema ayaresa ewo eye enjujuye anafi eye ye numpim ene yade ahodo nyina Greenfield se biribia da wo sa how no mu no fa ho bedan mo na woni mo wo kwansom kosokra woni provide a world class ambulance service. It's Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic say onyo mu nya basako mu yade bia da ne krankoro oba one ultra modern laboratory one ma on be diagnose eno achi no na chese yade a Meka say one was yade an free one ewo 0243 98 3906 and 0261 651 898 no team no one Eddie Inkita home. Chairman Akwaba.
Yeah.
Bibia yeboko.
I see your man here and I say I elevate you.
Bibia da me say me shall be me din komo bia me obi. Me see the man me chairman of Ofosu Ampofo ya no course so kakra and say o see o man me catch you the stakes are high in this election. That was my catch chairman say chairman I did the mistakes here high in this election. Bibia anywhere high. Anyway, today be a boss have voice hey chairman stakes high. I feel it will be me yati as say stakes no high bamba. Yeah, high. So I buy into it, but Debiano, me caution say even though the stakes are high, we should be measured in almost all the things we do. And then, almost a free and fair elections, no. Almost so any man in there, they say this is what they do.
I don't here because once you have confidence in the system, no, be sure say it will even lower the temperature of the country because. When you don't have confidence in the systems that have been put in place, a more unnecessary suspicion, suspicion in the bar, now tension, so as me appear from. It made the MBGD say, so minor temperature back from the election management body no ought to build a lot more confidence in the system.
Okay, so you be put in conversation because maybe I can maybe when there is peace, all other things will follow suit.
Yes.
It is key. It was our conversation.
Very, very key.
And my main chance because we cover by say the election management body no, as I saw more demonstrating that fairness and that focus in transparency, no,
fairness, openness, and inclusiveness.
But you have been with our election process for a number of years, very experienced and highly exposed when it comes to your elections. In fact, when we are writing history, it's difficult to delete the Ofosu Ampofo brand from our elections history. So, there will be who say, you know, Ujiri say everything is emotional. Major stakeholders, you know, i.e., the MPP and this, you know, are very sure say that platform has been created. Did they be any of them?
Well, this registration course Nancy Yakrana a creative room for concern to the extent to say a drew baby say and say a number no soon fidia a number no there na electoral process no and as election no and yet dako and ya de tuaba a process na a war muno and I was said stakeholders need na involved at every level of the process. So never you bet me a gender confidence in the system. And it is all your registration. Now I call IPAC meeting. Now the political parties now I dream say you throw in the rear. You buy a friends a transfers no so no political parties na Edward reps beba. No they observe transfer no. Now almost 1 day 2 days. Now 1 or 2 issues because you baby, then you change the rules of the game within the time the game is being played without any consultation. Now, what the problem? I can see until me sure say, I mean, it was good that the Electoral Commission did a U-turn, and now one more allow political parties to say one more and I want to commend the NDC for sticking to their guns and saying, "Say, we see young cry, young want to observe the process." You see, Trodia, even before the 2016 election, no political parties, no any electoral commission, I dream a share say be a friend continuous registration. Until almost crafted a Marano Crato was say every first Friday of the month be ano on by continuous registration. Almost by no district offices, so almost district office, so political parties representative will come and observe it. And into no more year, almost choose a specific date. Send a political parties to me a monitor process. And yes, I come to me, I say, Ubia to me, I walk into the electoral commission office any day be another trending. But the political parties cannot send reps to the place every day of the year. Now, yeah, they are trading. Until no more year, say every first Friday of the month, you know, political parties member. Why? Because electoral register, no, the credibility is very fundamental to the credibility of the elections. Until if you get it wrong with the register now, everything goes wrong. It is a year now. So what trading? What trading? You know, transfers. Transfers must be transparent, must be inclusive. In the panel church trading now, our monitor and must be there to monitor the transfer.
Monitor what, Chairman?
Because you see, Uja identity osa now see Obi anywa. Obi lose election by 100 votes.
By 3.
Obi lose election by 3. I remember campus Ofosu
Titus
lose election 3 to Titus Glover. Obi cry 2. In fact, in 1990s, I think 2000, the late Honorable Fuzi Tobe, what is hiding in that? No, yeah, MP or Okre constituency, but we are Dambotri. He lost by 2 votes. And you know, because election nature said, wow, a first past the post for parliamentary election, a first past the post. Into we now one. And say we young
and no,
parliament.
We MP.
And now presidential and 50% plus 1. And that's the difference. You know, 1 vote able to make a cause damage at the movie. And you know, the whole thing says why no biba, not say a transfer again. You see, Emrawo CI until CI 94 as amended by CI 70. So the man no correct among fan chairman. Miano have been out of action. So if you see 94, now a regulatory registration. Also, so be person transfer in the votes. So Nipan by person transfer in the vote to Kono. And also Nipan not Tanaho at least 12 months before the election. Or my you must be there at least about 12 months before the election. Now when your evidence is say a had no say and now what's here. Wo either say house no money, utilities ni. Enti say some right na yamfa nya djuma na obi timi ko baasen krofo. Not one go baas mu nyina say momra na mo food transfer. Then the people are going against the spirit and letter of the constitutional instrument now. Control registration process. No?
Chairman, transfers, no? Is it a basin of people? Are the full
Well, I mean to me, I say at the full because I mean there has been instances, or better say violence as you baby because people have been transferred, bus and mass. May you sure say who here? Obi person, obi better baby. Now for say had my better. Until by December, better abano. The person can just walk into the electoral commission office and then go and effect the transfer. But if you decide to put people
so
together,
Chairman, 2 things me meeting crying. Me wo kokomlemli ha. Me ni me free as Tifi North. Enti me person me to abano as Tifi North. I can transfer.
Yes.
Meeting crying. Me free as Tifi North. Ne mo me do man hini a oku gina as Tifi North. Enti person me me vote no ko honom no.
But
that is what is happening,
and it is wrong, and that is why the electoral commission because otherwise what will happen is that people from Accra can go and transfer their votes to a certificate North our consent At the end of the day, no more to abandon we no free or no bar. Then people who don't live in that constituency are determining the destiny and the future of that constituency. And it is wrong. And until you must just allow the laws to work. Say Nipano had not here. There evidence that just had not here. For evidence, so
the party reps supposedly the observers are interfere, and what are they going to do there?
Oh well, one of the things that they can do is not to interfere, because for instance, we don't say, especially we are free and now communities, say rural constituencies near there. When they see strange people, they realize they go from Monte. And then all of a sudden, Bass about Bisu, who be Sunday say, if you want to be Sunday Casa cry, or can be Sunday tree or something.
So the CI 12722 says that a registered voter who before an election is resident for not less than 12 months in a constituency other than that in which the registered voter is registered may apply to the returning officer of the country where the registered voter is resident for the name of the registered where the registered voter is resident for the name of the registered voter to be entered on the transferred voter list of a polling station in that constituency. So Kosuka said, okay, despite sub-regulation 1, where the registered voter is a student or a member of the security services on special duties, the registered voter may apply to the return officer of the constituency where the registered voter is resident or ordinarily resident for the name of the registered voter to be entered on the transferred voters list of a polling station in that constituency. Okay, so what maybe we here can was no a registered voter who before an election is a resident for not less than 12 months in the constituency.
Yes. It's sorry akeke. Now traka mu say me ko ba bia kwa control me. That is the law.
Chema eno memble mu bia e be dey me see anoko on both parties inside na. Anybody who sits here and crowns us, the independent parliamentary candidate, Ebetina Hanum, for the past 1 year, both MPP, NDC, Basiama for the villages, most of them resort to Eduabo. At the NDC, for the Banova, MPP for the say, wow, free crum ha, wow, Basso Betrudi, no, we do both the line NPP 14, they already bear 5 minutes. As well as a Kim, who the call that as a Kim.
It behoves all the political parties say, Yamamo didn't say, Emrana Electoral Commission, Yankasa, Yajna Jatum, our parliament, our person, Yadi Emrana Bayajuma. See, the Emrana Yajuma, it has been. But so far, we share the our electoral commission, not the systems, our electoral commission, independent mandate, or not demonstrating not say. On a level playing field, I'm all parties now very happy with it. A process until so far registration by may I sure say my only worry of this current registration is say the unnecessary stress at the Atogana force, because you see you don't have to struggle to get your name into a voters register. Under normal circumstances, no, and registration of voters, no. And general registration every polling station, your registration center in every polling station. Say limited registration. Now limited registration on the electoral area basis, so that you don't struggle. So we think of 4 stories. Now for Africa, no more quantin. So baby say Ashanti region now call Insuta Kwamai, now call Sheba be and Kofu free on Beba district capital. O call baby to say Sine. Okwa from plains e binum betina nsusu no maba no aba be sanlan ya oba ya na see antimi anchurodi. Why should we stress people simply because they want to register as Ghanaians and vote? Enti many electoral commission for na nyadwen say limited registration one be concentrate district
what has been the status quo? You've been part of the
normal thing is that limited registration is done at the electoral area level. Send the buyer who electoral area, but be assembly man, you talk about money, piano. For one area, it makes the process smooth. It reduces stress and strain on people, and the house a bad as Hana. Independent electoral area, Hormoni Momo. Intisa impersonation, the bassing, no money at this. I had more causes on babies as I free Hanum. But they see our district capital, but I had no man. I'm about 3 or 4 constituencies. What we natural within Electoral Commission head office. I say,
Enye papa.
And it's our for constituency, almost question and the Panaba, but then let me identify as much as suffering and not suffering. But if you decentralize, now you know electoral area now. Electoral area basis, no assembly might be our unit committee for Nana no more or more for a if you ban now because of trouble from the country say had there. Yes, I don't know her. But depending now if you be about the bottom pim. Our district center, so much room.
But it comes across as if your party wants to decide for the electoral commission. Why?
Oh, no, we all what we do is that we you see a stakeholder engagement into what the dream back. And that's not you know much seven producer. A be or normal commissioners. By and the bit make I say what the electoral commissioner do my a be a bit my year. Ni sin no more yen. Until your baba be there the suggestion, but you don't throw the suggestion that way. I remember very well before 2016 election, bra, yes, electoral commission focus on more procurement. No more year, a friend is saying, resource transmitting of resource. One person went electronically. No, idea a more again say even, and I remember say Mr. McMahon was serving on that committee, and then NDC people were also serving on the committee. And Adrian say, even procurement, the political parties were pushing to be part of the procurement process. Send the system being on Mukoto background, the IT system expert. MPP for the IT system expert. Other political parties, a bit me who say that system we are by no, it will be good for all of us. And I all the records are there. I mean, if you ask Mr. McMahon, he will tell you, say political parties wanted to be part of the procurement of the even system now ever be transmitted votes no electronically. But
what you have not been part of that system.
No, but I'm saying that this time around, I mean that kind of inclusiveness in the whole. I mean, I work under Afarijan. I work under a friend Charlotte to say this time that's kind of inclusiveness in you.
Why do you think it's happening too?
Well, it depends on the style that the current
but style, are you positive on our elections?
I believe that they should be. I'm happy that NDC has gone back to IPAC, and I believe that they are making a lot of contribution towards decisions that you take. Sam and IPAC you kwa antokwendi ho. Yakwa na principle ni soja for enyina yeso. Eko kasa e de obi adwen ba ye bewie no. Ye to adwen na ye si we and ye feel say eyemaye na electoral commission for say advisory enye mandatory. But because of the fact say ye major stakeholders. I said ye bo Premier League wo hai. Na a friend say GF4 Kotenase. I'm say I am na ye no kra ya ma team for no. I'm a former representative. What the Marana team for the same family, better no abo game na. That is understanding. Say, let us build a certain environment. As an environment, you better cross fertilization of ideas. Not through that, get me an improved system. Because if you go into an election, results was declared about 5 times. I've been see that. Then when going into a next election, you are very worried. So what is ahead of us? And then even when all these things was done, the person who did it was not given the opportunity for people. Avarijan was tested in the witness box, and questions were asked on all the decisions and the actions that they took. In the recent year, that opportunity was not there. Until reforms, it was after Supreme Court. Supreme Court no be order for certain reforms to take place, and they be prevented in the MAC. They were not. They were. I don't think, say, after the Supreme Court judgment, one more day, marching orders be announced. One more day, reforms be by say because of this and this and this. Electoral Commission. Munye say they ni see we it be answer amabu. But we share election now. A incremental after every 4 years. We improve the system in one way or the other, and that is how the electoral process has been. I was on IPAC for about 17 years. No more where we have gone from and where we are now. you maintain that spirit, now you build the consensus, then move the process forward.
Well, if you've just joined the former chairman for the NDC, Chairman Ofosu Ampofo, the People's Chairman.
Mommy Akwaba.
Last week, we say a former president of flag rabbit cell. You never cause some community. And say, so your man, you must have about one cousin. That has been you. Always putting Ghana first, your party, and then maybe you discuss your. In fact, Ghana first. So you don't be surprised that Ghana didn't go about parties. The Electoral Commission conversation was about Ghana, and that's you. And of course, what kind of Electoral Commission is short for us here? We are now you are seeking for, say, a building consensus.
Because you see, that no meeting say one of the deputy commissioners, like I said, the Electoral Commission cannot rig an election. It is wrong.
That's what they keep saying.
It is wrong.
The Electoral Commission.
They can rig an election.
Through which means?
They can rig an election. Now could declare results by 5 times. Now, why? You have declared results. You're bound, what's the way, and you're correct way. Look, you're quite election. 24 hours to the election, Electoral Commission issues a statement. Says South 4 cannot participate in the election. And by so doing, we lost 1 seat. That seat, it would have changed the parliamentary chemistry and dynamics in parliament. And so that single decision that they took has done a great harm to us.
But they just didn't take that decision.
They took that decision without any consultation.
Well, that is so. But also recent the explanations as to why SAL did not operate. When you're breaking.
Well, I think that is a scar on the conscience of the nation. One of the decisions when we take it so arbitrary without anybody involvement. In the panel, about 24 hours. I thought what the Electoral Commission should have done was to have eaten humble pie and apologize for what they did to the people of SAR. One of the things the Electoral Commission ought to do, which they are not doing, and they say previously under Farijan and other subsequent, returning officers. Woman a year Electoral Commission, you be found, you do mudin, tuja, the court newspapers, and say side district way, Obi one one someone for us, partisan, not on your name for those are the things that they were doing.
But the commission is doing it.
They are not doing it. I've not seen them advertising names of returning
officers. But that should be a priority for the commission to do.
And in America said they ought to do it, and they are not doing it because with them only temporary officers, and the temporary officer, the Electoral Commission for returning officers. One more new beer, Electoral Commission for Mutiya Mukabosome.
Are you sure that they've not done it or they are not?
They have not done it. You can call the Electoral Commission and find out. You can call anybody there to say if I'm lying, and you know that I always talk the truth. Me see, one publish it. 92, 96, one year now one publish it, names of returning officers and their deputies. No more daily graph. In fact, that daily graph in the Ghanaian Times, and they did the bomb. Now one more issue is we no more the found your proposal some returning officers. Obi wa muhasama. Obetimi raise objection to it. More often than not, I don't think that but it enhances the transparency and the openness of the exercise.
Chairman, clearly the Electoral Commission gave 6 reasons why the South constituency could not be part of our process of voting and electing a member of parliament. They are saying that the legislative instrument LI 2416, which created the Guan district SAL, was laid in parliament on the 6th of October 2020 by the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. It matured on the 9th of November 2020, roughly a month to the 2020 general elections. Parliament went on recess on the 9th of November 2020, the same day the LI creating the Guan constituency matured, and returned on the 14th of December 2020, 1 week after the 2020 general elections. On the 10th of November 2020, the Electoral Commission received a letter from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development informing it of the creation of the Guan district SAL. The letter requested the Commission to take steps to create a new constituency. The Commission drafted a new constitutional instrument to bring into force the Guan constituency and forwarded the draft CI to the Attorney General's Department for its review on the 13th of November 2020 as required by law. It is important to state that for a CI to mature and come into force, the law requires the Electoral Commission to lay the CI in Parliament for 21 sitting days. This means that Parliament should be in session during the 21-day period when the CI is laid. With Parliament on recess, the Commission could not lay the CI to bring Guan constituency into effect as required by law. The question is, how could the Commission proceed to create a new constituency when Parliament was on recess and when the law required the Commission to lay the CI before Parliament for 21 sitting days? How can any well-meaning person accuse the Commission of disenfranchising the good people of Sal when the facts are so clear?
The facts are not so clear. The facts are not so clear. Or say it matured a day after Parliament recess. What is my Parliament? Parliament 8 years.
Of course.
Every important CI and also LIB a Parliament also mature BR. Very important. Parliament is called upon. Sometimes in my Parliament a city on Saturdays Spain just to allow a CI or an instrument to mature. Yet me city on Saturday because I don't know here into no. You trans Saturday near the account. The remaining days, no. You can check from anybody who has been in Parliament. You cannot tell me, say, a CI mature a day after Parliament recess. Now, for say, a very important, say, what the Bayer Juma, and can between Parliament and the relevant agencies need to be cases and there. Parliament entrance in normal stay 1 day in Kamu. Now, I didn't into force the intimate Juma. Because even there have been instances, your core recess, and your phrase, a momra. So you
disagree to this release?
I think I disagree. I think it's deliberate. And in any case, if you knew all these things were going to happen, why do you wait 48 hours to the elections and send what to me as an announcement?
Okay.
So didn't you know, sir? Saturday when you know what you know, Mamin can't the people of SAR say, Abaya, but to say Namoko, that you inconvenience them and created all this situation for them last minute. And I will issue statement in the morning. What were they doing all along? And it was a deliberate attempt to say, you criticize because you criticize constituency now. You say a certain political entity has an advantage over the
clearly the Electoral Commission does not work in the interests of any political party. Clearly.
Well, that is your opinion. And
Chairman, that is
I said that is your opinion.
But that is what an experienced and an exposed person in the electoral system knows. That is a fact.
I'm saying that
the Electoral Commission does not work.
That is what the Electoral Commission ought to do.
That is what they are doing.
That is what they ought to do. The word is ought to do. And are they doing that?
I see. Well, maybe you've just joined the Chairman of Ofosu Ampofo, NDC, and Energy Chairman, there are so many conversations. We on your party, let me go break it back. Utu Kramba, our party is in good shape?
Very well.
The NDC?
Very well. NDC is in good shape. And they are working. I mean, I want to commend the party at all levels, from the national to the region to the constituency. Ekosiisen branches na omo ye adwuma na mabo flag bearer so ene team so abaso ewo adwuma so no a omo guso omo ye megidi say the party is in good health, the party is united, the party is moving forward. Ye nyina aba kakra yen so betimi aye no da no me catch obi say wo ko ba bi no bi ka say na nipa miensa bi pia ka no na ka no nko na ba ho na mo nche no mo sro say opanyim pacho wo mfa nsan so mo moye kakra. That's additional hand no etimi boa e maka no etimi move. Enti everybody is important in this election. Enti obia all hands must be on deck. Na ba be a party no prosecute campaign na kodu no ye nyina mo na nkunumdi entimi emrama.
So is there a campaign team in session?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. You cannot go into an election without a campaign team.
No more static campaign proper.
And I believe, sir, processes are in place. And Chakrano.
No more static campaign proper.
Our campaign, they said the campaign was stages.
Okay.
Into Sha. I mean, one stage, the flag bearer has gone around the country, visited the regions and all those things. The next, which I believe, they say, about micro targeting. obeko a constituencies no target specific areas near the best start. I don't know mean to think can be because may buy and chair mean share don't meeting be a cry until I don't want to speculate.
Don't go any political meeting.
No. I don't want to speculate, but I believe say all these processes are ongoing because I'm in touch with the system and I know what is intimation and check. Rule out the campaign teams, campaign plans, and all those things. Meaning, the manifesto of the party is almost ready, and it will not be long. They will launch the manifesto. Now processes are party in the form. Now a part of the campaign. And the campaign and it's a process and an event, and all this contribute to the running of the party.
And clearly, you are going to play an active role in the campaign.
Well, I have a teacher. I was at the campaign.
As the manager, or as an advisor, or as a consultant, or as a field marshal, or as what you are used to operations?
As an NDC member and a leading member of the party.
I see. But specific responsibility, operations, field marshal, as what? As what? Because the NDC cannot look at your person and your experience and give you a position that will not bear huge on the elections.
May sure say you don't need to necessarily have a position before you work for the party.
You're a grassroots person.
Yes.
You have the experience.
Until I can go to the grassroots and work.
In your capacity as what?
In my capacity as a leading member of the party. I mean, can do, you know, say my position, my position party. I'm a member of the Council of Elders of the party. Until maybe assembly, I will say a resolve problems. Maybe I also make advice. I'm a former national chairman. I'm a former organizer. I'm a former election director. I'm a former, vice chairman. Maybe
just not any other, because if you're our former president and your flag right instruct say, what you call about Obechiano, or no say Mimi Moon president, Mimi Bao. Is it not a big statement to you that you are still very relevant in making sure this party that you join be in your power 2024? Because this is the former president. He said he was
it's a humbling experience. Until Meda President Muhammad, he is one of a kind. Because me buy and my friend say I come to one me go to here near them call here ne my friend money a day now me ni din kita ho oboa me kwan bebre so and I must tell you that I had very serious health challenges do baby na edding
all this time and now you are away no based on health.
Yes. I've gone through multiple back surgeries. So because of a spine, lower back spine surgery, we don't send the city. And multiply more than one. Yamena dima for fee and wabuamen or demi ababidu. And I want to place on record say President John Dramani Mahama one nanechi and me. When things were very tough and difficult for me, you know, he was there for me. Into me buy, me imagine say. Because he's the leader and the next president of the Republic of Ghana.
He's the leader for now.
He's the leader, the former president, and the next president of the Republic of Ghana. God willing.
Chairman of Ofosu Ampofo.
God willing. God willing.
Yeah.
Until mekwa kuchiano na mayi mi ho adi ache na madanase. Me ohwa na friend say panyi say there be member ono abeba. It is very humbling. Say former president Akasa to the car. Namiadum year of rose nti ohwe kwanya dami fi anymore. Abu sampa year of rose sampa.
Arenya papa.
We abesra me uba no aba kan we say year of rose. Year of rose na year adwuma pa. Say me so no masha da say ho na meti me nka year of rose no ho and the
but so the government are dedicated almost all the time na roads
ben. May diversion right by the time version by Rosebank.
Chairman, year of road just like you said. A lot of the roads.
Okay. It is the responsibility of every government to construct roads. Until the 8 years, definitely you have some roads to be constructed. But generally across the nation, the road infrastructure is in bad shape. Generally, it's in bad shape. Ubiofone now be says here in Suatui Now more especially rural communities, cocoa growing communities, I don't catch what they are going through. But I just want to come back on the issue. Like I said, President Mahama, will be our brand of once, and it's something that everybody knows of it. Me can say he's a good person, and he's good for Ghana. I have moved with him. I have worked with him. I know him. He has a good heart for this country. In fact, I can bend my fingers and I can put my neck on the guillotine for President Mahama. Say he's a good person. I feel near a woman said, but your man we could do say no. Me can be say he's the safest pair of hands that we can entrust this country to. We need a very experienced person, somebody what to me manages situations, what to me stabilizes our country, not the Ghana. I mean, when President Mahama was handing over this to Nana Akufo-Addo, behind him the state of the economy, the state of the country, what the compares say, yeah, me say Ghana for should not make any mistake. The most experienced hands, the most knowledgeable person in the port nasi na oka o man ho asam ne oyeye yes sir atwamua on fa paper nto nanim no betimi aka bibia when president man betimi atra on fa paper eba communication not so communicating about roads or bridges or classrooms or health facilities or see or betina ha on fa homa meto anim obeka after obetimi aka the antecedent stories and son I we no when they see here I do when they fire you do when they share him. He was on top of his job. I work under him and I know he was on top. And to see Yakrano, he or you'll be a picture Ghana say, this is where I want to send the country. This is where I want to fix. This is where I want to fix. This is where I want to fix. He's a pragmatist.
But that's why he talks about the 24-hour economy.
He's a pragmatist.
Are you aware of that?
I believe in it.
Do you believe in it?
Me Gapuha. Boche.
Yeah.
Okwa Gapuha na no report fufure wo ho no ma. Eye mabreso and they conceived the idea of the port. A cat sort 30 and son ye free abam okwohwe friends modern craze okwohwe refer terminal ye see Nyamba maritime hospital you see near na it was doing maritime as board chairman here unim asem adesi o Gapuha enipa ba no be you on cars na omo ya na ebo be 5 custom officer say apel custom officer now apel no or the document national motum e dey ko say dey be ya ade chi a ono na aba beto no. Do you know that if we practice the 24-hour economy very well, it can even reduce the human factor leading to some corrupt practices our airport on because you are running a 3-shift system. Obi ba nopa a ball a friend say we are say 12 or so then wapon Obi aba be take over on also upon 6 entino oba ya no ya unwie ya no aba betwaso. But
say chairman, the 24-hour is hinged on maybe 4 pillars. You say the can be the demand for the particular service. 2, sikasem. 3, energy, plus other matters, and maybe it will pop up. So how do you go through all these without considering relevance of these things to be in proper shape?
Or might be a dano. Oh, here come.
Or might be a dano.
Or might be a dano here come. Or my ye no mona. What does what to cry? O call now for now because now more UK. UK. US. I thought the beer. Obano mate ebi o hwa na otwe na obi ehun nanim we kwa wia we kwa anajo me say oman bia that any nation that sleeps experiences poverty and deprivation and economic underdevelopment.
So the 24 hours is going to kill that nation.
It will, and it must start somewhere. And then say you started 24-hour economy. Even madam make say private security agencies and kase nipa on be employ because obi ayajuma 24 hours be here security anaju. The police will increase their numbers because they are supposed to provide internal security. Afi enye say you can 24 hours intino no be so and a job for the we are talking about deliberate policies. You bet me aboama baby industrial enclave independent team ya juma, then you expand production. What do I dare higher ama economy to me grow? Ghana and Africa, and they say we don't leverage on mass production. You now say Africa, you can't wobble. You perceive a common trade, Into Africa, you integrate economies. You not trust. Now yes, it's how we say country be our competitive advantage over the other. Eba cocoa, Ghana cocoa. Eba oil, Nigeria oil. Eba coffee, Kenya coffee. Eba we ya. Inti yen trade among ourselves. Now you making sure say cocoa Ghana hano. And now you perceive you produce add value to it. You the main hub, supply derivatives. And I say products a free cocoa, supply at the amount other African countries. And so you have a big market. Nigeria acquire about 250 million plus. I bet me supply. If we are able to integrate our economy, so 24 hours, a bit me a juma ama abwayen. So people, it must start somewhere. It must start some because me there and then I say, yeah, that do. Yeah, that woman will do. What there? See ya, my dear son, na obinko kolebu. Na yankasi obi wunti, non-co pharmacy shop, non-co third room. Only a few pharmacies and the one Ghana how more operated 24 hours.
Because there's no demand.
So some too, there are demands.
There's no demand.
There are demands. Assuming say we are Juma. Say filling stations are operating 24 hours. Kwana kohe. Nkofoto fuel throughout the whole night. Me mako baby me bano. Na me ya madre say you drew cocoa so na me pese you drew baby na you to fuel. I feel you drew her. Wapon you drew her. Wapon you drew her. Ye light nso na asri. And the could be a coachina baby, echo bois bang. It
comes with a lot of you may be answered what you so if filling stations are
so the foundation, let President Mahama unveil his agenda for the 24-hour economy. Certain building blocks, foundation blocks, any system,
security, energy, demand, finance.
Yes. All those. Because, for instance, when you were saying that, look, if you want to participate in the 24-hour, now energy be a problem, you'll be given incentives. Now, yet to me, I reduce tariff. But to me, I regulate meters. Not for those who agree, you pay a certain tariff that will encourage, you to go into production. So here, security. Now, say me quite Juma in the panel bano on security near there. I say okay, my boy may increase the police force. No matter me deploy police, no mamo. Security website now. It is going to help in various ways. People should not just get up and rubbish.
Nobody rubbishes it. In fact, when I sit here, I say nobody should rubbish it. We should rather subject the policy to the best of scrutiny.
Yes.
Exactly what we are doing
here. The debate here. Other countries have done it. How did they achieve it? BB FM the best practices. So you go out there, you look at the best practices, you start implementing it. Who start here? Definitely, no be challenges.
But Chairman, that's your main headline for the December 2024 elections.
Yes.
Just like the NPP did with free SHS.
Yes.
So maybe you guys need to go back to your drawing board and come back with 24-hour economy again.
I am saying that the party manifesto is coming out. Among the party manifesto, one of the cornerstone policies that will be found in the party manifesto, a friend is saying 24-hour economy. Again, when we say President Mahama at the big push, one of the major policy, you say, Obe injected a lot of money into infrastructure.
So you will not move away from 2020 manifesto no much.
Definitely, the 2020 manifesto was a manifesto that Ghanaians bought into it
because
most of the issues are relevant. So when you are doing, Oko school now say the education. One of the first things is you understand. I say be peak. PK, what I say, just of PK, previous knowledge.
Yeah.
So you build upon previous knowledge, but be what do know. Every policy is done incrementally. What started waha, no what to ask kakra. People say day in and day out, the policy will be growing.
That's what make us once our come.
24-hour economic policy. Me sure say when the manifesto comes out, all the planks, all the year a woman no me sure say beba out, then we can subject it to proper debate, because me said there is a voluminous document that has been prepared, you know, for the rollout of the 24-hour economy. Now, no, Ghana phobia, about. They say no, the level of unemployment, despondency, and people are giving up. We share the pa, who share the pa no more throw. Made by Nankofo from Ghana now 1 year ago. 1 year peno. And yes, I Ghana no about.
We are coming to discuss. You better discuss Ghana. You better discuss Ghana. You better discuss Ghana.
When we light 4 times.
Okay, so somebody will ask, is that comparable to the times that you've experienced in some years back? What will be your response to that person?
You see, if we want to start on the basis of comparison, we cannot make any progress.
Good.
Because they say with them, Ebra and this the power infrastructure and the a friend said energy demands, energy supply, and also availability of energy. It is 2 different scenarios altogether. Say President Mamabaye or the several I try to say Mary and the Akaka winner and now trouble gas and so is on full stream. You know, SaaS systems
we have no excuse.
We have no excuse. You need to build upon it. It will be because it's our time. No, look, if we want to build this country on the basis, say, yeah, compare what happened before and what is happening now there, then we cannot make it.
Okay, so young comrade chairman, maybe we'll do Ghana conversation proper under another than Akufo-Addo.
All right,
that will be healthy. Yeah, chairman of Ofosu Ampofo, and only didn't come on. If you've just joined us on a Semper 94.7, you could try about to and come on to see.
Father's Day abo, Father's Day aba, Papa ayiko. Semper FM, Adom FM, any Adom TV, and the Father's Day celebration sonko, bro. Emra to say, Papa fwa omwo do, abadae, any akomapano, ye boma baso. Wishia papa bia, why ya diamanaka wakuma dana, ebi krenyo no wo, nansunya wayama uno, chense no wo. Papa bi say, enayeka, uni mobiti sa, upese ye bona baso, and ye 1 minute video, send the brain, ewo WhatsApp number, 053-100-3813. Na kansampa efa papa yi ho hreyen wo kwanya se wo benya chedie bebre ama papa yi ebo eda kwesiada 16th June 2024 na sa video we deadline no eye wukuada 12 June 2024 enyumre no sia pepepe na tum at bekanya ho any presenters a omoya papafo no mo ni aduane sonko no mo ntimi nkyere wo se papa nso timi ni aduane. Eno ye fortune margarine cooking competition. Eya no pa non do pepepe ni dia hihye so. Na nya no nko o. Be hye papa fo mutimi sinya mama ni tiwan. Eno ye jama wash and feel washing competition. Minia ensiwara fa ho bedome na yenye free prostate health screening. Emma papa bia obeba ho. Eno ye executive prostate cancer for. Ewo multimedia car park. Kokomlemle. Penny be show. Agrodie sonko na beba ho. Kai se, ubema wo fidie ada Asempa 94.7 FM. Na ubete papa fo ho nsema eka koma bebre. Papa ayiko.
Name is Akrobeto. I like my mind peace. That's why I go get my Bampo insurance from Holland Life. Just yesterday, my Abushapedi asked everybody to pay 1,000 Ghana cedis for a penny funeral. But Masa, Ukraine, I'm also Bekora. My Bampo helped me cover cost of funeral and any disability cost by paying 2 Ghana cedis per Bushumibia. A simple crowd.
Yes, with as little as 2 Ghana cedis, you too can have peace of mind about cost of injury and funeral by simply registering with Mibambo Insurance from Holland Life. Just dial *269# on MTN or Telecel and follow the prompts. It's really that simple. Enjoy peace of mind today, knowing your tomorrow is covered. Mibambo Insurance, made for you.
For 15 years, Quick Credit has been your trusted partner in micro-lending, empowering lives and making dreams a reality. Today, we're excited to announce a new age. Quick Credit is now Bills Microcredit. Still committed to serving Ghanaians and changing lives, Bills is here to show you that everything is possible. Join us as we embrace a brighter future. Bills, financing your needs.
Hey, Walambo!
Hey, Walambo!
I asked him to buy me original politics.
Thank you, hey,
please don't make mistake. Stop the papa. Open the better man.
And
you politics no girl. You just there. Hey, papa.
Papa, can robo.
The politics is original. The first and the best.
What is? Who got us with the dear acrobat you see me?
Politics, yes.
Think about it. You can either go out to watch one game at your local and pay for the bumpy, stuffy ride there. Then the food. Then the drinks with a 12,000% markup. And a new team jersey cause some drunk spilled red wine all over you. Or you can pay once right on your phone and watch 42 live Premier League games over a whole month. For unbeatable value for money entertainment, there's only one way to go. GoTV. Love it.
From where I sit, from where I hurt, narrow. Soft drink palm me the quench in the test, narrow. You want the cola, orange, lemon, vino, narrow. I'm a feeling cool, refresh your body, narrow. Non-alcoholic flavor, cola, orange, lemon, vino, narrow. Narrow cola, orange, lemon, and bovino. New non-alcoholic flavored drinks from Narrow Beverages. For bulk purchase, contact 054-5300-811. This advert is FDA approved.
Ghana for why ready ana Game Park Limited a lottery company for Ghana Koma e dia grow for Abeja na e sase every 15 September 2023 so aba da wakoma so every the number 1 Ekosiisen 36 tani boom na share nim say wo be disika bocho wa bra ye number na pie bobo hu na ye ready say wo be di mula wa bra wo twa from 1 Ghana cedi to 350 cedis na face kana wo be channel fa bo hu predio no nsia me 26 times e was up pick one game yimu but star 946 hash e networks ni nyina so and now betimi download the Game Park app no e your website so www.gameparkgames.com share live draws e Adum TV anopa no nkron e wi adumienu e na nwumre no nsia debia Game Park more mula more power Sagrodi National Lottery Authority in Sashase undi mfie du nwoche a endi sagro ibi bono wa hweyem
what my show ma omba Papa Tofum, na me so be here scan. Na only scan we here. Mama me sisi nyina aka metumu sa.
Ma we so faso na bi no. Sike fia me tua ne busu mi bia no. E so faso no. Me from apɛ e no mo ba me moa. Ene se obi abo ma ba so yi. Me didi na e na enfaso.
Aya kai say, abre bia obey my way insurance no. Wo de obusu ani mapa baako e be hye so. Me kyerɛ sɛ ofiri mu nko ade a e be call mo a. Na wa na wo ye my way insurance no de. Yebeko umwa abra wonko yade krankro yade anankwanhia abubu agu a woye wo ho hwea enye impo wakoda yare sabia ebro namienu se wadi 18 ekopin 59 a wo apomudin a wo betumi abeka my way abusia no phone ne dial star 165 hash ewo MTN so se sia sanye my way a ka se no way
Waman hene pamena sante Waman hene babena sante Waman hene babena sante Watena se wakari ya wante
Asempa FM.
Well, Yasaba, Yadamu Yamasima Menka was Chairman Ofosu Ampofo and or her enemy Equity and Como. Chairman Ofosu Ampofo, maybe if you care to know Ghana democracy in the elections, no, a church or crata to Hua. Omubisade, Unyamiadu, Mombina Chafa, Ominyan Kaye, role they've played to bring this country this very far. Even 17 years at IPAC, he more than qualified to be a commissioner. The honor and any privilege, some of your text messages, my main king farmer. Lawyer Eduji Tamaklu, baby, I will be an Mamen Chiao. Good afternoon. And Odiaba said, good afternoon, Omahini. Before the 2016 election, did you see any policy document on free SHS? In 2016, did you know that free SHS will have a component called double track? Why the demand on NDC to produce a policy document on 24-hour economy? Why the higher standard for NDC? Lawyer Digital, good afternoon. And this was that's my respected chairman, full of wisdom, knowledge and in-depth understanding of Ghana's politics. Chairman Akwaba, I pray strength and divine healing for you. One love, Chairman. Rankus and Sodiaba or say, how can someone who can't collate results be given a top post? I thought they said they finished building the UGMC, so why are they still not going there? And another one gets here from Kennedy Appear. You see once NDC you see once an NDC politician, always an NDC politician. I thought Ofosu Ampofo, after he has lost his position to a sitting council, will be humble, but you can see the propaganda is still in him after all his traveling abroad. Now, Mr. Appear Kennedy. So where's the propaganda? He's sharing his opinion on matters on Ozufi Obetimi at Chenaji. So we are back to the studio. The Kai chairman, I'm sometimes I'm quite surprised. These issues about abattoir, babaka, for God and country. You've suffered that. I remember when I openly declared that for a chairmanship contest, it will not be a bad idea for the NDC to re-elect your good self to lead the party again, even sharing an opinion. If you monitor within your party and your mom can't foul, I came to cover Ewo Stadium, the whole idea. I'm surprised that you are here again and you are putting up a defense for your party and you want to take your party to the next level.
Well, let me say, my whole life, my working life, my dedicating to the work for the party. Make a party so party also a government, because I'm say over democracy, the vehicle the driver of democracy in the political parties, because only elected leaders now form government, both in parliament and the executive level in a normal small way. From 1992, I were democratic dispensation, and I'm a demi who Eura Amayo NDC. Before then, I am a kid until me sure say when say the PNDC and the Namswa NDC by 1993-94 and I am a DC. Just imagine from 1993-94. Ekosiisen to 2024. It's about 31 years. Into me fan say she be politically my year for about 30 years non-stop, both in governmental level, governmental level. Me fan say my year DC, my year a friend say MP, my year deputy minister, my year regional minister, my local government minister, and this year party year. And I'm mom is opportunity anka a cast me code DC no na me try dey continue St. Paul Technical School nka ba this am ebia me for no director so me my rights here ebia director of education opportunity and DC the mama and the training om the mama and the impenfo me nam won ase o me tete me no na boa me and na me fan say ma free the very bottom of the structure of the party, which is branch, and I'm free branch to the very top of the party to become chairman and leader of the party. So no nyama NDC dey ashebeno. So what the 1 minute to be a quarter baby Romeo, and I say what the government must here. You can't break me down, because NDC has made me what I am. Until I am NDC and NDC is in me. Intimi nkotwaba and the atwaba wie no makase. One say makasada.
But that's the next question.
I've never spoken. In fact, this is the first platform, second platform after granting interview to City. Anyway, na second one. And I'm catching this person back party who some election who some there. And do ya nambia anwe. Inti me policy on this issue no. Me friend no strategic silence. Strategic silence.
You decided not to talk.
Strategic silence.
But it was hurting.
Well, it was hurting, but a strategic silence because Omahi untimim di Omahi. Maybe a sabi or you are the Omahi or baby. Not that you wouldn't hope you are. Was me near Omahi intino. Me mine na me disuno. Me conco say Omahi. It doesn't help. Until I decided that I'll not open my mouth. I'll not say anything. My track record in the party all this year is there for me. If I'm MPP, everybody knows whether me or me whether I can be MP. I mean, how can I become MPP in this world? That's the last thing that can happen to me. Because you cannot grow yourself from a system. The pinnacle of the system. You are the leader, Kayo. You are the leader and chairman of the party. How can you be accused of political infidelity? So
the import of this question, how do we discourage? Because maybe you have the strength to stand. The next potential person within your party might not have that strength. And it's worrying because, chairman, maybe and somebody be honma, minim de Oma eno Rebecca in your journey to ensure Ghana wins. You know, it was heartbreaking and very discouraging.
My quietness is a bitter pill that I've decided to swallow. But to swallow it in the interest of the NDC party and Ghana. And democracy. Mikomu yeno.
Edu enyo pa
na. Obi akasai. What is me kasai? Nti kami me kasa bi eji. But as the leader of the party and chairman, if I had entered into the gutters, there would be no party for us. That is why I kept quiet, because even latter day saints, who doesn't know how NDC came and where we have come to, felt that they are more NDC than me. But granted, that is what they feel. No more NDC than me. But I'll continue to serve the party in every capacity that I'll find. When you say, me what and say Canada for launching one more chapter in Canada. Now me hospital bed so. And so no, me Zoom meeting na me ko inaugurate. Me na me inaugurate Canada chapter no. On my hospital bed. President Mahmoud is all kind of me feel. So even in my hospital bed, I was sending messages, discussing strategies, and pointing out with Mati. I thought they were broached there. Now you know here. What things something you'll be and I was sharing my perspective with people. And however painful it is, say you go through a system. No, I asked myself one question. 2018, yet Obama me war la trade fair. And I'm the chairman. Did I go and ask them, say, I don't know what to about I didn't. Until 2022, 23, 1 month to about me. I don't have to go and ask them why. I respect the decision of the delegate. Whether it is whatever it is, I respect it. And I am prepared, sir. Me ne omo eye adwuma sese no ebe bom na eye adwuma. Na ye de age online no SEO, because the purpose of setting up a party is to contest election and win and form a government. I will bet me when we need election, you will propose as ni na country.
Ususu ni
na country muntimi fanya adwuma. Nti na wose e dey say etimi win election na sa adwen papa na President Mahama wa opese ode be boa Ghana ba bi okodu ya. Look on my hand. When I went out and look at the standard of health facilities outside, because I've had a personal experience. Now I'm sure be a President Mama they could do Oko Rich Hospital, the quality, a friend said the health infrastructure equipment and the training staff Oko University of Medical Ghana Medical School. Oko Minimus Wako Bank of Ghana. Me fa ho de bia ba me for curiosity no. Wura Bank of Ghana Hospital. Oba obenya asem papaka.
UGMC and as a Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana ha ya send dem want to the traffic credit mo de pon betimi akono akwa. Kofa ho na hwe. State of the art equipment ho no. Comparable to baby obeko wiase bia. Etino President Mahama was gradually lifting the health delivery service na yo ha no into International Maritime Hospital. Wo a friend said temai. Unum say but do time na FIFA for say Sabu Maru test now no sim my dear under 17 and nan come select maritime hospital for the whole African one about sa test no hodo. Inti uhwe nia woye na uhwe say sanka nia uja ho. And you see, I want to come and stress on something. And I want the people of Ashanti region to listen to me carefully.
Asante Manfo.
I want to be carefully. I've seen Baumia there and I've seen the Jamborees and other. They should listen to me carefully. So we share Seria Hospital. So we share a friend saying
military hospital.
A friend saying a ferry hospital. So 2 hospitals, they were state-of-the-art hospitals. Anka eba beka konfanochi. Na Ashanti region na the middle belt. A serve not only Ashanti region, but a center of excellence. Emergency be above free north. Ebesi Brown Hafo, Bono East, and even some part of Western North. And many are doing na Ombe enjoy the services there. Look at the fact that Nana Akufo-Addo be the 8 years, and I want the opinion leaders and the people in Ashanti region, especially the MPs from Ashanti region, to listen to me, because they have done great service to their region. Open to about Maukeke, no money about 40 out of the 47 seats. That was 43 out of the 47. But it's not parliament. Now President Mahama started hospital. Why you could do baby a kakra no we na ma banya batnase for 8 years. Na enipa ewu na it has to take or to kokoso otumfo or say to launch an appeal to rehabilitate Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. Now 2 major hospitals are just close to Kumasi, just on the environment, the minimum ferry by Kumasi, Seria by Kumasi. I don't know whether Kumau has been completed.
Kumau 1999, I think they started operating.
Well, I don't know whether Kumau has, but then you ask yourself, say, Mobile then 8 years no MPs. Mona Nana Akufo-Addo asambe na mukache no. Otumfo no Nana no mpanfo asambe na matimi aye hwe ha NDC pa de ba ye na MPPI sa de wo Ashanti region na ya nwi a anka sama beto ye no. Why are they quiet?
Why are these hospitals not in operation?
Why are the hospitals not in operation after years? Say aka 6 months, less than 6 months. Nana Akufo-Addo ni 8 years atwam. Why have you treated the people of Ashanti region like that? And why should they go on Jamboree to, herald Dr. Baumia? You see, MPP has done more harm to the Ashanti people than any other government.
MPP?
They have done more harm because the friends, I'm going to pump and pageantry, DBA, friends, airport,
Yeah.
Airport, President Muhammad started here. Or your first phase, and I remember the late Fativo. May her soul rest in peace. A year more expanded. A friend said the runway. A year, lights are one more day.
There's a big difference.
Let me see. Look. Then they came, and then President Mahama looked for the money for the second phase. They delayed the project, and you know what the MPP does? They only delayed the project for about 2 to 3 years. Almost started They did the same for Fanko. They
redesigned
Fanko interchange. They drew soon. Nana Akufo-Addo going to make a kate sword because Nana ya soft mouth and a kate sword. A kate sword for the beginning of the project because the project had delayed for almost 3 years when funding had been sought. We are say and they are redesign and they are the one face.
We are aware say they redesigned it. We are aware. That of Fanko project is not what you design. It's a new design.
Technically, if somebody does something else with one layer, so I don't want starting. It doesn't change anything. And just also funding now. Nobody wants you. Enti eyam yaw makumom. Say.
In Ashanti,
sir, Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Baumia a treaty Ashanti for after giving all their votes and support to you because Ashanti region across Florida or America, you China votes in the bar and Sunday Akase. So such people, you don't toy with them. But MPP are toy with the people of Ashanti region to the extent that Nana Akufo-Addo major infrastructure went in Yanya. I don't know what KJTF phase 2 has become. But minimum say, President Mahama and a year KJT phase 1. You know what KJT looked like. The phase 2 of KJT was supposed to be done. When we said Akufo-Addo one commission the phase 1 of the project. Okokate saw during the 20th anniversary of Otumfo, I stand for correction. Okokate sought for the second phase of the KJT project. And Oye say as if nothing has happened with the first phase of the project. And Okokate sought. What has happened? Okate is also to mark the 20th anniversary of Otumfo. They say Otumfo 25 years. 25 years. But KJT market in there, the genesis of it, I know it. I was local government minister. You're the Brazilian ambassador. Otumfo. You're Kosreno. No mama Yinshana. Yet me started project. No, by that time I think some support was the KMA chief executive. Nanabi Ekaho. Oh no, yeah. And Otumfo no so no be the representative. And the Koye and then KJT as a project. No. Second phase of Akufo-Addo, Ekokate is on. What has happened to it? So I think that they have taken the people of Ashanti for granted. And it has about time. My Ashanti region, now someone make a Mako. I'll go and I'll tell them, say they are making mistake because party develop Ashanti region, ANDC. Even though we don't get our votes from there. But you develop Ashanti region. And it is clear. Say, yeah, and Ashanti region experiencing development. MPP bar, say, for Ashanti region say, yeah, they are Sabi, or the Aponchi and Nasu Jankrej, and now the MPP color, a good home better man. I think we must go beyond that. And for these 2024 elections, no, me, but I'm person me quite here, Juma, Ashanti region. I want to go and spend more time there. Are you sure? We want to engage them. That's a difficult region. Oh, it is, but it is doable because with them. Yeah, memo book be. Na what kind? Your state to be USF and Kansas. Who say Kansas was a blue state for a very long time. George Bush time, no, Kansas turned red. And it has turned red forever. And then it is difficult for Kansas to go blue. Until Obi Obeka say it's possible no. Now or control. And me sure say if we put in the right messages, send the right message, engage people. Me maybe politics not do no. I don't believe say young Koswa platform they politics view. Me did say let us break the politics down to the community level. Yanya community engagement. Yanya house to house. Yanya microphone kasa. But Ashanti region will change in 2024. Crossing the 30% or you still maintain? Well, I don't want to double in percentages because my person a very campaign now could do baby. Now me accessing the course. And as I say, so no me say for the first time we are getting some very credible institutions. One more year research, especially a friend say Global Musa Dankwa. Global. I've been following him. And I think they are doing a very good job. But do you believe in those things? Look, Massa, Ubia Obeto research Ediagrobiano. Oh, how? Because elections and winning elections is directed by research. Oh, yeah, researcher. You Ubehu baby, I was direct to Asnas. Maybe also deploy materials. Maybe also deploy message. Even the research can tell you the demography. Nipa was a target one because demography may be a very youthful. It be a how and penny conservative from the woman so much. It never be brave or high research more. It be bois. I mean, in my absence here, no, I try to do a lot more work on understanding voter behavior, understanding people, understanding what goes into decision making, understanding the through a year research edeba because we say Bruce elections they are all guided by research. In fact, the only time my research was thrown overboard, Donald Trump election winning, it made nonsense out of research because it defied all the research projections now. But most election year research. But most elections a year research and a bois. Nti make me sure say you na yeti and this is no you be share you can na you invest a lot more into research na boy and yet me develop even messenger bit me there. But clearly we say book
in chire no any abato and chire no with your experience there's a big line.
Say no, what I have come to realize is say book in chire no e support to practicals no because I know the guide do na man who say we ya and for instance say obi ba no we can say I research voters our Ghana no no here number 1 unemployment employment because unemployment in the Ekosiisen. So you bring 24 hours. 24 hours is going to address the unemployment situation. A baby majuma anka enya 1 shift no akọ 3 shift. So for nipa 100 obetumi for nipa 300. It's addressing the issue of unemployment. Big push. What is big push? Big push is to expand infrastructure. Into you see more schools, more hospitals, more roads. What is going to happen is artisans benya adwuma, carpenter fo benya adwuma ye, mason fo benya adwuma ye, painters benya adwuma ye, steel benders benya adwuma ye. Wonim. That no be from no say NDC there about power obiya nyabi. Ye nyina obiya nya ne share because so sorry we wan see that benya bi. E man na ton aduane e de massa artisans so won benya adwuma aye. It's the big push itself no is a major employment generation avenue. Beboa. Ebra president mama ba o si e-blocks e-block bi atente hwe nipa aye adwuma wo ho na multiply owia na nipa no so ko school a no mba mu a more teachers more other facilities are all coming on board. Intimidate me did say president mama edna or focus say obetimi the policies a obetimi aboa ebie omanum na adwuma ba oba if you want to generate employment increase power energy increase the energy the friend say resources of the country. When there's more energy obi obetimi adwuma na adwo villages are only electricity betimi akoho amani wondem ade aboa me ne say for so many years me war politics mu no ama mitimi ma anecdotal reports practical from place from place tiase wouldn't say na light in light in this equal into beyond it no don't cook chrome tiase fori a chairman from and then woman light in home baby President Mama say a whole year the agri basket of the nation but as about me attracted agricultural economists agronomists extension officers now do mako no at least also the light go because we are going to invest here one whole light also uncle tina baby light in the no co develop agriculture uncle into what President Rollins did and they say obey technology marine cables and the marine cables no efa afram no nsuo nase won and the PF na ja and the free hon mokon ye depo sisi ho and na chairman from fori maame krobo dumasua akosi donko krom omo nyina nya light say so kwa donko krom agric secondary school das one of the big secondary schools wo honom wo hwa maame krobo many President Mahama and President the late President Rollins, may he so rest in peace. Eko maame krobo no. Na dan e maame krobo enu 10. Eno kwa na touch houses. Maame no okwachi sire kura no oye kroboni. Nti ye kwa na kura ye se ye kwa maame krobo kura ye kwa maame krobo. A very small community. And na kwa maame krobo kwa they have one of the biggest problem markets. Wo hono mu a E7 krofo no. And now maame krobo e-block omo kwa do mo World Bank funded one no be e-block ese secondary school aba honom omo di dwa 3 times in the week economy na improve corona ekese agric ekoso enti light na boa ema sa de ma we no nyina aba enti se ya kasa na ma we no mu a na nya se abetena keke ene ye propaganda to say no be ka me I've gone beyond propaganda. I've gone beyond propaganda. I will come and tell you what I know. I may not be a repository of all knowledge. And you never know no make a trust meaning. But Sanyama we no and no man koso. Show my team to say. Nana Akufo-Addo be president of the Republic of Ghana. Ebra Oba be the president of the Republic of Ghana no. Na cocoa production, even Akufo time cocoa production go to the 1 million ton mark. NDC buy and you maintain the armor every year you near around the 1,900,000 to 1 million ton mark. Cocoa and equity economy. Under the Akufo-Addo no. Cocoa production are dropped from the 1 million mark to below 500,000.
It's 4 something.
4 something. You have appointed the chief executive who have superintendent over Cocoa Board to see this decline. And the appointing authority doesn't see anything wrong.
But there are a lot of factors that is making sure that
Master, you'll be appointed to be a friend KPIs. Who crowd will hire appointed me? Sure, yeah. To see, listening, economy. Say, what's now? By a bosom. No who say no friend of you. Call from my ever say one my lose into but some of the factors you are meeting me young. Part of not to me young. So the factors we are meeting me young. Oh my me were full our bogos. Me buy and I'm from say cuckoo not to say. Almost see ye fertilizer. Assassin ye Ghana assassin ye. It's one for fertilizer and gusua. We na yield. Almost say akati ekum ye cocoa no. Because I do not this spray I kuma kateno e bi ni ho mbisa say then am ya omode in fact wo dem wi a o ma me bie me phone so ache na ma kire so mo kire me aduru a de bre o mo say aduru no eye 1 liter na ye mo 3/4 of the liter so mo de ye cheche e ma akuafo no o mo de o benya no. So just imagine that under the NDC no President Mahama say essence e pese cocoa production cost na cocoa production cost ni e ton cocoa na ye syndicate now, yet immediate syndicate about $2 billion, $3 billion. Now, sir, syndicated loan now the better cocoa no. A bapa now Begu Bank of Ghana. Now, buy buffer at the amount of foreign exchange reserve. It is no. Intimate and confirm to send the confirm to see. So I can tell you that one of the reasons why many economists, the economists in Patron may mistake among five but I can guess say one of the reasons why you see the need to mean and they say cocoa production has gone down. Sika won see enya $1 na won say e be ye nsiachi ba na e boyechi na ma yen see the digina no say no sa nsiachi ba no eni ho because cocoa production me I've been told because say cocoa do kwari aton bi ahead of time ye ton no cheap price and as say spot price na high but what on what there nti say spot price na ba no when nya mfaso bia e wo so enti no oka factors when mun nyina ka ho. One of the things that President Mahama did, he said, for the first time we introduce you cocoa rose or say cocoa rose no. Hey, so what for? Baby, I need produce cocoa pa me nim. Send me them too kind. In fact, in this country, let me compare me with any other person. Be unim Ghana, say unim Ghana.
Maybe the presidential candidates. Because apart from presidential candidates,
unim Ghana crossing.
The other maybe the comparison.
My national organizer called my now for 9 years. My local government minister, and Mama call my na my son by year a party chairman, vice chairman. My call my president Mills will hold me. I don't know call my 3 times. Many president Mahama call more than necessary. Just say, Timinim Ghana, every nook and candy be a minimum. After 2000, you lose the election, and the say, reorganization of the party. I'm a member of the reorganization committee of the party. And you see a court Western region, and you call fat aqua, a cofa bogoso, a cofa enchi, a cosi, the cosi, fast had an ecoda, a friend say, big you do for say, Sefi, I was so. Na cocoa near Namu. Ne a quire, your fast, how many hours are you doing Sunday? Now, what business to go for? Amodi cocoa and support 2 country economy. Then I am on. No President Mama, President Mills, the started President Mama bet was so say, your best sasa near the bitumen. In fact, baby, you have for the first time, I will quota. Anytime I started seeing cocoa,
but some of you have vision, you know, cocoa rose we could pee or some of the areas and you cocoa related. Even though you did your best, chairman.
Oh my! I don't know. Well, you be on fan diverted me. When I meet the cocoa, so it's my cocoa. And you know, I believe, say, by this time, Nana Akufo-Addo shouldn't have maintained the
chief executive
of COCOBOD. I think he has failed.
Boy, Edu.
I think he has failed. I mean, it's not a personal matter. But I think he has failed.
With the job that he was
given. He has failed. Minimum KPIs or the minimum key performance indicators, anyhow they assess it. Because at the office of the president, they are supposed to have a monitoring. In fact, about Ukraine obey a monitoring and evaluation ministry. Our team minister. Indicate the biano monitoring evaluation for the Abba. We see you one year the Jumoyi. What should be? There are young, hungry, productive people on person almost 10 situations now. So somebody stays 7 years. Now so to me, I dream Papa Bear on the team do. It'll be an all implementing. So you bring fresh ideas, you bring fresh blood. I think the cocoa industry has been a complete failure, and that is where we are where we are now. It will factors be at the bottom line. They say production, and then they say, "Ubi say Dr. Opuni, Dr. Opuni, a medical officer, but Dr. Opuni came and turned COCOBOD around. Emma during the time, or aggressive replanting of cocoa, establishing nurseries all over the place, and making sure say cocoa afraid say production everything ya kosoro. And then no way in I'm saying ya train a boss sometimes me hwana no e mobo me say tu ba ye adwuma ma ma we ya we we dey do gina court. Why
you don't believe in the system? That's why your party is talking loud on the Attorney General and
me person me call hokra me diversion bia, but I'm saying that I am saying that
you don't believe in the system.
I'm saying that Dr. Puni has done a lot for the cocoa industry.
But Chama, you don't believe in the system.
Well, I believe that the system must be fair.
The judicial system.
The system must be fair. I mean, if you look at, that's not court, but if you look at the trajectory, Dr. Puni case afa, they are far away, near you yet, near 20 way, near 2 years. I mean, here, Mijina court. I'm a bompa is a Winkojina court because it is not easy. You know, I'm a man of peace. One of the things I had the kutia me kra will become people say mempen tokwa inti toka be bank for moja be hwegu no me say sanete da ma withdraw me nkro for fia ya waso because one seat me ma enipa emu enne yaro me nim what yaro's condition is because me na me hwe no na me kwa me nim me kwa kosra no he is permanently deformed inti obi wu ya wawu kwa inti no may be a person, but I am being prosecuted for inciting, you know. I mean, nima de a friend who say jama verbal assault. Me nima de me verbal assault. Send a city, send a pimp will be the verbal bomb. My way said they will be. But well, that is what I'm going through.
But the system
I've gone through court. I've gone to court for more than 70 times.
The system is not fair.
I'm not talking about. You see, because I'm standing before court, I'm not talking about system. But what I'm saying is that I told them danko for kumo hono so mama we ya mo mfa awreho emfa enko uwu because I told you na ya wo hwe wo ho a obisa do you know me what I went through ade abroni friend wear and tear na e catch them say why you adwuma ma wa chi dompe no ntini e wo mo ne honam no nyina awia ma akoka dompe
the Ekosiisen hospital.
Yes, I walk out Dumpenti said that just a trap Nadia near the Ashawachi. I'm waiting to be an auntie. Or my gun, a summa, or summa, or Kumu Wamanti. At Nasia, a contour, quine, ye caught ye budget, convoy, Nina, at the same car, I caught to Trida, a Rika Crank, Nipple, Sandy. That is what I've gone through. It is not easy, but all for God and country. You know, I become emotional. I become emotional because the commitment and no small, there's somebody who move with me. I don't mean when you cry, I'm say we know what they know. Me sorry, near co. Near the state of this country, I think, is not the best. Where CD and now through B. Now some percent me per dollars and me buy my friend several areas. Dollar ya here. Almost $1 no see ye nim the boy into being quite be fast be ton amount. Into try na menya consultation into your copy no who say and then say that he answer no from catch. I am telling you the truth. You see, enti say dollar President Mahama free dollar ye 3.8. In fact, ye free on 3.8. Ye hand it over no, and them say a bar about 4.2. Me receipts be cry. There be me just a receipt now because me bad on my hand. A Jim Machinya no ma call my for receipt. I'm the better and say as a December hot now about 3.6. No be a ba oba ya o se be na baba nyansan nyina kwita me na ba economic risk it me ba ya pay immediately na dollar no me hwehwe ba bi obi na ma chi no me chi nam de handcuff goodness and am de na koma IGP and na IGP kwita safo no nti dollar no dey so beje no pa under my watch as chairman of the economic management team dey na me boa and na dollar I think say am a dollar no over 15 to 16 one per $1 to 16
and no 16
oh my okay my yamfa
14
from what before mama na me click patcho me click me phone no pa me hwe no obviously 1502
okay
1502 no e bia over brands and wanya but so open bebre na open tema obako ba bia obaka cho so open bebre dia and there I just say what they say but no dey account why you say the win side there we say
have you chairman
why you say the win
me say your poultry industry na become was but I'm surprised say baby are the number you bring here
poultry dey because say poultry egu
oversee poultry
me catch yourself for 25 years to 30 years I'm here poultry no 2 years ago now everything went wrong and a poultry egu Matisse or master is almost
yeah that's what I'm saying poultry is back
and no crano policies no more dey ba no we have to interrogate it because me no buy now say what the lay we say layers and the broilers we have broiler project in Guan broiler Akufo-Addo broiler 8 weeks to 9 weeks normal mature so want to be am ton every week be about to be our worker until first you have to look at the market no so one also no we need to do certain intervention they say if the cheap Chinese import nkoko omosra kese beba cheap na say wo no obi be kwa koye wa chaton no akoye moto no obeja no cheaper o moto akoko ba ko ne sra ketekete o be ko to so so we need to intervene.
Chairman, we'll have this conversation.
I want to end. You put more tariffs on imported chicken and discourage bringing in Chinese and other imports. Not to protect the local market. Now, one make you say, don't protect the local market. No, so and quiet 9-day wonder because they are who but government in this say, and they say, oh, maybe almost 6 months. I said dialysis 6 months. Now 6 months, what the dialysis? Free dialysis about 6 months. After 6 months, and then the panel won't go who.
But what follow the campaign?
No, I'm not. Me person me come the campaign. Me can't say. Oh, policy. Now policy be a baby. I was 6 months. 6 months. Oh, part 6 months. Oh, be also no some why you be that. Oh, buy free water and I'm buying free electricity. You really almost you can't wow after the moon here. And it is said no sad dialysis for the day. No one careful. I'm to one after December. No, you can say after the 6 months until you take care of yourself. Until let's come out of enduring policies, not knee-jerk political motivated policies. If we are able to do that, we'll move this country forward.
But all follow Dr. Bawumia digital campaign.
Oh, I said the whole world is digital. I mean, people are talking as if digital is something. The whole world is digital now.
Why are you running away from a simple question? What follow Dr. Bawumia digital campaign?
And this is for digital campaign. Because Meti was a CIA. Even fundraising a party in the crown. Meti a brochure crown. Not digital Baba catcher.
But what Meti say what picture the conversation of digitalization?
What conversation? You see, Obia building the infrastructure. Obia build the main infrastructure for digitalization was done by President Mahama. Digital center on the sea, fiber optics or the free see you say Upper East region, and then the backbone on which we live. So ask yourself, sir, President Mahama not there, they're the buyer. No. So to us, where would we have been by now? Kabadisa baby, you do crowd, okay? You You're causing baby.
So overborn about to say what they 2 America.
I'm fun to American call baby. I'm fun to, and now what the one year said there is glitch. But we're going to have the bias is internet near damn it to a brochure, but it is an internet near now for your technical glitch. The whole world has gone digital. Bibia, if you are this year, Bibia, nobody can sit in Ghana and say, one Kobia, quite travel. Me quite a course be not say, why you know, now what's causing na a friend say online, Zoom, what you feel your course near so discussion board aba. If I need a move, no classroom, no for your homework. When your homework, you are number the resource number. Yeah, and the member of the main, mobile be discussing that BBI must be BI digital. And I believe that we must credit President Mahama for establishing a very strong foundation for digitalization in this country.
You are refusing to admit that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has enhanced digitalization.
I don't think. I think where we started, it's a matter of course to say, Obi Ohobia by this time, Ghana would have made some giants. I think that we would have even gone higher than we are today.
Chairman, I mean, I say, me say be encounter more because say me who say NDC for do two operations.
Me pacho, I say we reminded Dr. Bawumia say, but we will be able see the ecosystem. Na asana o se sano. Omra na ome solve problems a wo mamu. Oti wo no asana so kra no anything no kra so enko.
Dr. Bawumia say.
Asabia o sa na anything no enko. Omra adwuma pa e de share den sa. Enu amete so ne ahima bi ka say adwuma e de share den sa so onya vice president no. Wa ye pa mpesa me reminding they say one of the key functions of the vice president was the chairman of the economic management team. Our economy is in a mess and complete disarray. And it's a failure on the part of.
That is why he wants to move from being a mate to the main driver to take decisions.
Or being an accident to cross and what?
Oh, that no, Chairman was your pet casualties. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Very much.
It's after 5 higher sempa Ekosiisen Jumedieno and Augusta Uti Kwasiada Name Adume Janum Yina hallelujah yes ye kayen modern ball any role I play in the family setup in the system no baby be as a janum no kwasiada we ye kai ho akai amado fonso akai or kwansonkoso. So just a word to ejebia bema bia potential father bia na kwasiara no poasha se enwinima ye mema hodo nyina ebinum se responsible men na buza ze edu madezi ye ka responsible mothers na edi mother kwasiara we ye mema da memenda na answer kwasiara du se Dominic Isiebo on the birthday the 15th of June. Dominic Isiebo ne birthday inti yanka na yan wishing well na yan celebrating he's a unique person. Power jet batteries Ekosokai or say any the Roxin Ventures any the sole distributor of air power jet batteries. One location here Shalom Spot Runabout on telephone here 020 809-0789 and 0242314774. One of outlets nibi or Asham and Kowa na so China Inti Enterprise and crying so every battery shop our bosso kind Kumase Kwame Koba Enterprise Sansona Pampa so be homo Africa every battery shop was Swami magazine Ameko Mekru Junction Unya Power Jet batteries the Roxins Ventures sole agents no Unya be autonomous. EcoBank's EMG million gang in Solom Guso Kyle say 500 Ghana CD called to EcoBank account to be a memo baby. You stand a chance of being Nipa one by a privilege. So many are there over 1 million CDs worth of cash now for prices every EcoBank for EMG million gang, you know. And the EcoBank say, men cows as I say, you know, a free meal no shall say one baby July bush in the track to cry 2024. So they say you are depositing 500 Ghana CD our EcoBank account BMU now a more by a part of the EMG draw. No? A better way to enjoy life, a better way Africa and EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Now, what you want to do? Tortina 74 supporting the treatment of kidney disease, liver disease, high blood pressure, ulcer, and have a general well-being. of a nipedua no totina for say say dia e koso nyine say e dokoro na say e house so dia free one was 0246073498 or 0501628931 na watimi anyone dinkita ho Syntex tank your preferred tank color be open layers be open be and say double triple and a quadruple Syntex tank for so me boa ma say ti me kasa layers and the color be open nafi when I say say one very strong and tough open so order be a 0244335168 over 300 agents or my mobile be Syntex tank on social media one handles near at Syntex Ghana and that's our shop online www.syntexgh.com na wetimene wonso akasa mame fa onko jina asanska university omo onkai bi edema omo say Asanska University College of Design and Technology the only catch on you say one ma a degree diploma certificate entity fashion design technology product design and entrepreneurship and have a digital media and communication design. Asanska University College of Design and Technology, as I can say, 1 July admissions is in progress. 054 012 4400 and I said the same number no wait me a WhatsApp on 054 012 4400. Asanska University College of Design and Technology almost say design and build a nation. My baba can't do not show me Bamboo Life Insurance on MTN and a Telecel Holland Life Assurance at their brain in the channel show me Bamboo Life Insurance any MTN any Telecel for the Akasi and true Holland Life Assurance on the Ebre. I tell you much about that, but I'm introduce you me guest and you may when you're moody Jumano Awanum say yo when you're Bass Nuruddin or Hanum say or a lawyer mappa and it's our Reverend Charles Owusu on also Nkranza North independent candidate on also at Nasi Mamema Nuruddin Akwaba boko there
Major so my penisi di Guani botomu die pound him say ya we be a dollar na draw be a interest rate draw or be a inflation aduane bo ne nam no oman no ya dane amanfo
so kwado was sentimentum ju za problem
na sentimentum say you petrol
no in terms of aduane was
but some amua say aduane ani pa dipa ya mu na ya mo dodo na anso ye kra nti be yi good tema port cry say the fuck kra ansa na abakumase nti nankra mofo ye be di sala Sunday ye de lada ye be di Sunday
now on your way.
Let me say Monday.
The Monday holiday.
Monday no holiday. Okay, but I saw an Sunday.
Sunday.
Me kope ene jamu bag bottle bag untimi to me kope 5 kg bia. De ye 2 Jimmy wo mu kra no 5 kg no 100 Ghana. 2 Jimmy o pe de dead ya 5 kg na just 150, 130, 140, 150. Ya wo mu be friend number 1 amanfo dipa. Abijan mo no number 1 and is Royal Umbrella no and then no pack it to about say I just a 1.2 1.3 kuma simple what you say a me wo me yere ma me wo ho me ma me wo ho ti I just me to be komo mu na na me so to be makodi na woni ska dia na obey on mu we so jo Mahama time ya na e ton ba ko 25 Ghana o nti ye ka say o man ni mo aye dia o man
Sempa FM
politics yes Dr. Baumia so wo bibi kakra wo betimi aye mreti a wo ye mu a wonye ema sabi manemfa bejafo na ne nkoa se ye ntena niema ekoso num se se no ne enwu ye nkoto aba ma no nwie ansana watimi aye bibi ho de Dr. Baumia eye no oman de se mate bi me last year me kan mate bi a me ba no na me gina asafo na mate ne pa akra na nipa gina mate na numu asem so na omode be fro ka no omo fro car ni wie ya na driver na TSC tamale kwan so na koso o kan say mate wo pai wo senkan na ye dan na driver ni de na ni akire eye tamale na omu nyina ye ano ba ko na omu de smart ba ko so oni mate ne nkasa we de ye nuru akire offense okra ye nuru ye duru kronom heya na driver ni no ensan na nani no mfia mesene nkonkran ebo mate no amane a mate ne se ye ntwan na se driver ni de ekoduru tamale a ono abesa ageka no asa de aba e de abefa kumase de abankran. That is the absurdity of the claims that Dr. Baumia make. Wo na wo ye mate a waton mampanyin Akufo-Addo nsem panyina na ne ekuyen. Na yesi mate wo na wo beton o driver kra de ma yesi onim kaka. Na ye de o man na hyemo nsa. Eniyama nkoyi enti wo bibi ya munya ni sese ya wo se ye ntwen emma wo driver no time no ntwam ni emfa ka na hyɛ wo nsa ansa na wo be ye bibi a waye. Na o man be duru oni ewu ani endai. Ti Dr. Baumia minim se na santemantam asam ye be ka kakra.
Yeah, next was Santimantem.
Oh, Santimantem, dear. I'm on a pay me free her member. Nah, me free see a woman, free some and fear, dear mine. My who president for campaign, I was Santa region. My who Akufo-Addo campaign, I was Santa region. Me whom MPP flag bearer or ban a strongholder, and who can work from to say Dr. Baumia. A year campaign that.
I don't only Kumasiana.
Me or hold me by no payer. Anopeya na meba what you say na campaign flag bearer ba I just say ba sinipa me the video I send the production Dr. Baumia magazine a ba under normal circumstances and ka was say crowd na ye organic no ya ba sinipa from ajusu nyina na ye de omo ba say omo me share Dr. Baumia video ni wo homo fanto so na obi anhwe na omo anka say ye di atro nipa no a wo record no omo commentary so kan ho ya ba sinipa free jusu na ye de omo ko magazine abasi ni perfect so na Swami magazine ho na yeto aba MPP timinya
so ba asempa extra page anu sia sa info nyina
ka one who say okọ Swami ho no yeto aba MPP timinya more than 50,000 na ye be ya de wo Swami magazine ye ntimi nya nipa 1000 kra nko hye Baumia ni monyam na wo se ekofa ni papira bonten de a na che say eniema nye
so mo flag bearer na
eniema nye there be say the crowd on say yes wu na uwu na wayi beba hwe wayare da hom o ma wote ase se wo campaign no a wo ye no se beso aba pardon kunimdi aba o kwa look at the energy and the euphoria of the people now wo man ade bi koso a it was a ministry of education Charles any Ghana education service
chairman patriotia se no kan se
o mu nyina wo so o mu hwe ni ye o ma wo say yes see your politics war secondary schools mo but na Dr. Baumia to we ya oko ye de secondary schools wa Ashanti region bebre mimi nim KTI headmaster there ye ne na kasa you can quote me anywhere KTI headmaster ye ne na kasa yes ye ne na kasa sa adenti na nkwala a mo ma me nom de o ma ba school bi kra ye minus na Dr. Baumia be ye ne campaigner mo releasing kwala we so nkodi e no mo say Dr. Baumia ka say ono de obeye regional youth connect our regional chairman spoke to him what you say na campaigner Dr. Baumia be ye nipa ma no me de basis Dr. Baumia youth connect our ye ni Jubilee Park school side kwala ba ye akwala school akwala wo tena ka mu a ni ama 100 Ghana 200 Ghana ni ama it is possible t-shirt ashe enu ne gusu no o man asem ni nie wo ma wo your wuni na wo de obako school a woni so oba ne wo school mu sua de enti release SHS of kwala ebi wo 15 years ebi wo 14 years no ya bo ma wo fo amane ana
are you talking?
I'm telling you ya bo ma wo fo amane the second issue ne say enkwala no aka 3 months no ma twere SSC wasi a wo so omuti school mu sua de na ya tunkwala we asa Ramobi. What kind of political desperation is this? Oko Ashanti region, everybody is complaining. And ra sananka wo kumasi a obeka se ye ntako anasuzo. I'm telling you.
Abbas.
O man, me ye kremoni mi ni atroda o. O man. O man. O dia fa bases no me se me ne KTI. Opa o man, mom yemfre KTI headmaster say. Say we called him to question him why I was releasing a man from the regional chairman Nana Kwesi Efreno. No so you bo no dia Dr. Baumia mo na freno say o mo be regional youth connect. I'm telling you o man, me say call the headmaster. Say me Abbas no redeem me boa. Me say nra na wo kumase a obeka say ye intako anasuzo SHS of one na o ye campaign now campaign o ye campaign now campaign about so a SHS for kwala na modemani eko na ade no amoye no NDC yenso ye ba SHS so say be ye politics amobema ye kwan yes that is why I was saying na ye maya no binimu ni ye condemn Dr. Baumia ne MPP the kind of desperate politics amoye what you say e dey nti na akwala ketwa akwala e bia 14 years onu kra so register yes ye be youth connect yes ye mfamomra akwala no pew ompew ne de naba na oba na obenya akwanhia wo kwan mu a no wu ane ye ne dai enti Charles Headmasters Association Ghana Education Service any Ministry of Education sa de no a ekoso no munya hwe ye
mubusa KTI
headmaster
Dominic
headmaster
busa
or the car or the
KTI headmaster
or the buses mako 4 in the D assistant kwala gu mu e de call or Dr. Baumia ko share clergy e wo Pentecost buses mako 4 and some other secondary schools onye SHS no ni ade nyina yakose nipa free ho na Ashanti region ya wo stronghold na 2016 ne 2020 no nipa 10 bia eto ababia mu 7 to ma wo na wo ba na nipa mepun hwe wo de na wo se obusa ya se wo ba yira am akese a no obusa wasase e de enti na mre bia atwa mu na nado ne Dr. Baumia omo ba Ashanti region ane Central Market onam ye huru omo me the video na to na oman na wo se meboa but you saw the Baumia bass no me say of Central Market video ne to
Deputy Energy Minister Collins Adomako Mensah o si jai intro na utwa
na ohun say Collins Adomako Mensah ye abrantie bia me penasem because what the communication now most of the time he is objective but say Collins Adomako Mensah e kasa asem a make me boa I will change my views on him because I way a general problem e wokumase obi aka ho asem say adenti na obi be ye ne campaign na nkwala at school me se mo mfre KT headmaster ono no de me who schools bebre but the ye ne nakasa ono no say Dr. Baumia mo so mo be youth connect no releasing kwala ne dia mo no wakama I can confirm and to me mfre KT headmaster this year. What you say?
Hey, but the MPs are now coming after you. Abbas, you won't go to heaven. Ekosiisen na ekasefo.
Na say Ekosiisen to nim say asem wa make na ye no kure tro do. Won say omu nyina ye menuanom eko ye ko kan university. Ye nyina na ye wo unity hall. Me ne Sameja mfini ye lead no 1 year. Enti we have a very good relationship. Eko say the Bible and na Quran show nsam a wontimi ndin say what you say the Bible and now for buses ni go so and na Jubilee Park buses na park boss me say for buses ni go so no obi anhwe what you say and na Baumia nam KJT Central Market in tutuo ni e bono KJT Central Market o me can almost yo abase boa until some who said Dr. Baumia bus na ye dey apie eno na me ka say wo bayira mo a akese a omahene no obusa wasase oman enti die enti na Dr. Baumia edi enti na Dr. Baumia ene na nado danko Akufo-Addo emre bi atwa mu omo ba Ashanti region ne atu osana emade ntoma sefom ye hene no ribo osana ene de Dr. Baumia no akọ no aye no crucify him adwuma bone no awaye no anne wama ema ewo kejetia omo dwatire ahye ene oba no okura 100,000 or de kofa niama wo Togo Mahama time no per 1 million say for 6,000 and now you 260 million. You get training na day ashin to feel say obeka politics into obeba be do e mind what you say na o my Dr. Baumia ba no ye kruche ensempo du bi di etomane no ensempo du no odru magazine o mode ba ko pe ball no magazine odi 6 minutes 13 seconds when we dwane here magazine voko busa Dr. Baumia dollar sempe Dr. Baumia yigudu say Dr. Baumia who can say watch $1 e de safoano de aye dey e de ama IGP eye dey na $1 na ti free a first ye ne ye mahama tie o per $110,000 na ye 420 million and na o per the same dollar no a ye 1.5 billion na won so na wo so be ye economy ni ye kan sa asem no Dr. Baumia nya no ye bia na nra Dr. Baumia so ye house to house utie e wa asafo on sa asafo unim adwuma ye no asafo pa so ye kumase ni o papa free kumase adwuma be ne ye no asafo pa
ka chere se ona oti hore
ma printing press books no ni ade nyina meboa printing press ne ye no asafo enra Dr. Baumia ko ye house to house utie asem o mo ka chere no almost 2016 no awo ba no awo se mahama say economy no A4 sheet ba ko na ye 70 Ghana and then no awo so wa be ye economy ni yie no and the A4 sheet ba ko e ye 420 Ghana ye fortune baku 420 Ghana enu nkoda nchen omo wo eyi bia omo frɛ no 70 D&D eyi bia ono nso omo de ye
machine na
aha eye material omo de ye adwuma wo me front so on my own say me no say be ye nyina no ye pe heavy ako me make say politics nti 70 gram of paper bond obi o ye
70 gram
of paper bond mahama time na ye 130 Ghana ene under Dr. Baumia etwa 1000 Ghana ink no a de print books no mahama time na ye 30 Ghana and etwa more than 200 Ghana entunim Dr. Baumia kwa asafo no nim de na printers na ye oduru ho be ye 2 na mo to dame ena ono nso kwotena mo to dame ne bi na why na adwuma ekoso yi a printer be na wo sika odi akoto materials odi ye adwuma 2 o'clock obekwa akoto ne so oto dame what you say nti Dr. Baumia Ashanti regional tour no a waba no observers are very worried omo ye MPP fo ankasa omo nim so omo be ye campaign wa Ashanti region se ne esitie no they are very worried because baby omo nam bia ye di omo atem and ye apart from rented crowd no omo akoto on say Vincent Mone eyimo de omo no de omo ntimi be kan bibi fufuro bia because one omo ye MPs wa Ashanti region, two omo ye ministers what you say enti aban no eye ma omo egunzu eguma omo no nti de asi ehim kwan ntonso bebo a eguma omo enti omo meka ne ye da e bia omo be kan na campaign cash bia be ba na anyedai ama ba wo bia onim se ne MPP a mo keka wa Ashanti region tie no obeka kire se Dr. Baumia to we die ano mrechen to bia flag bearer bia ye de aye
okay Abbas medase p
medase
yeah chairman as I said Reverend independent candidate for chairman.
Oh no, yeah.
I was after chairman's party. It will be fair that chairman should be to me.
Oh,
yeah.
Mira, chair. So,
Nyami
dia chair. Now so.
Oh, Nyami ado maybe na.
I say na say me ba ko hunhun bi aka kakra. I don't hear that na.
Ba chairman kasa o.
So me nuano. E ka dey say dey come no ko be.
Me bo me nua my abaso pa wa ya de. Mama me bra mama.
Chaze ba cho we dey order but dey dey.
No ya unu say na. No ya unu say na. Ba ti ase. No say we Kenya ase na.
It na dey wa ma kwan mo aye dey.
Oh, mama kasa. I've had my say. Okay, me we over have who say.
But that's the development of and a baby I will free ban. O my mami chia ye mpani for na mi chia ura ba umia ene ne team a omonam Ashanti memo. Mira baby ananka ye free background nanka mi gidi say Ofosu Ampofo nkomo obi di ye ni an. Na I'm surprised say ene no mu nyina no ahode na ko gina Ashanti region. But because say
odo target is on team vote so.
Matias enya hwe. Ni nyina say maye yo. Me de bia me politics a me ye ni say unya de odi wachi na de otai wo no otai wa I know just of so kun wo o ma unamu na ayedin o ti ase because oho no fie ahoodin dia na say de okeka nyina sa na ekoso dia na just say so ututu anamo sie because aba na yento ye ana meboa akabe busumi isia ansa na yakoye nim na oroba omia ne adwumadi a omudi wa Ashanti region wa hu bi na migidi say enkomo no ehu bi atom so ehu na atom so ne kese nyina ne say yen try as much as say ye betumi adwane afri Ashanti region and me na be free ho ene ora lawyer o yeminu apa okay kan sembi da bia nka sabe me ne Muslims for be brananti o think empa kon win o mon time intro but ono dia ya no twa senya propaganda dia mega so twa ntro fam o twa ntro pa o ti ase but the word chi kasantro no let me determine it as ebia or your propaganda just to suit the political party o ti ase e say am so my friend headmaster or see nothing sort say ora ba umia friend say omu release students e mo be yanse na when retract this statement no be see o ti ase because kontom popa no gina ha etwa say all catch say headmaster say ora ba umia o ka do you believe him say ora ba umia
Mr. Dominic can check you from the head.
Thank you me say o dey say me come there
no of course
me come there me say kontom popa no etwa headmaster say one retract that statement all catch Ghana for say. Oh, when you now be some massive. Oh, by you can't come and interrogate me. Oh, so say hey or say ora about me friend. Say unreleased statement, unreleased students in Mra. No mo mesiano. Or say someone retract be soon on the way Jan Hossa because when so twa kontompo. No baby of free banan come twa kontompo but who Abbas say Muslim twa kontompo sad on pesa. Inti the message no media man opa on fa so no buy say the chairman the friend ka kire no ana me boa the chairman o say obimpe o say chairman the friend na me ken so say the chairman the friend inti me ma ka kire no but you see ehu abo mu e wa Ashanti region inti ene ono Ashanti regional communicator we dwane he's not ready to stay there and witness it wa betena ha no ye sa na the national organizer of Ashanti region o dwane do dwane fitin ra o ya hwehwe na yehu no yamin bisa no all tikroma they can't but don't be the anti make catch on say and some of mu kan nyina no ehu abowom any crowd of mu hu ye no o man me 32 years so we are feeling number 56 so this current dispensation ya tinamu 32 years I know me who president of Akufo-Addo no for Ashanti region Yanko Ashanti region who's a crowd will be there. I am okay. Oh, part no ya no ya tie. O 32 years go divine. Na chairman was wey na Baba King ka back was. Baba King ka back was me kasa ma cho see eh. Na me see eh na ne dey. Party no a yeti no. O kan hu bi anase on kan hu bi. Me see 32 years. Ashanti region the crowd today. I could di Dr. Baumiachi. Any niema o mu hu ye no. Me hu bi da. Nana Akufo-Addo devote his time and his life and everything. Nana Akufo-Addo government today, everything is about Ashanti region. Everything, the ministers, they all belongs to Ashanti region. Party now, from the chief of staff to the executive positions, they all belongs to Ashanti region. Me say crowd today, none of them Akufo-Addo are buying. Any time every day be audit Ashanti region. Yen call home as a crowd way to be see that. Eti me who say soon be abetom so who be abetiom because all along unim na ye o madwe so yen ye propaganda was Ashanti region from a flag bearer na yen ti omu free omu anything no round Ofosu Ampofo better na best start here unim asema na oka o sheda katre o say Ashanti fo nje abato Emma MPP because and he gave you a reference about America and now Florida. Now be on Florida. I don't want to. You say Kansas. From blue to red. I said nani blue to red. When the church and data, and I'm disappointed. Very disappointed with chairman because I mean the Free State region. But who's on your research ye? Sano yeah director went to me and collecting the numbers. Sano bedi chairman went to me and find the numbers and court and report this person attack. I am telling you, say information that he gave it to you is a lie, completely lie. Find the lies. Why can you tell me say Kansas was a blue state and a better turning to red state since 1900? Between 1900, Democrats has won only 5, almost to about 31 times. Republicans has won 26. Why can you tell me that? Now I try now can wait extra month for check the data. Opa me be am me I said check. Republicans has won Kansas presidential elections 26 times. So for example, for tell me Democrats has won only 5 since 1900. You to about 31 times. Multiply 31 by 4, 124 years. Listen, propaganda say ya no ma ya and we did diffuse your month for. O just say, o can no work because research in tea. Unka and sorry nko. My data. Into lipa ko man na die no. Santi ya ba ni amount here say. And only the omo dia betina ho no ma no free Ashanti region. Omo kro te Ashanti region kra no. Only dia ekoso. Or say rented crowd. Omahini. Rented crowd in Ashanti region. Excuse me, please. You bet me I can be oba ye ya or discuss it and near my okay. Yeah, some of them are their reality. $1 cost, yes, but I can also explain to you why the dollar has been where it is. And nothing ene o share ye chairman of council of elders. Ni statement or ye ene. Or see, unim my fa pressure and to bro about me so I running mate asem kra. Because senke ne wo penia 83-year-old man nyansapo ene ne kasa. Or say senke ene yakwa Ashanti region any crowd that you hu woman no. Senke ya elected any running mate bia e wa Ashanti regional. Can ne ko betina be kan ko be ka so roba mi ade mpesi ye hu no na running mate na ye yi no enti ne hu sa crowd no. Kasa no ba be kan ko me kan to say akon rent wo. But penina some kind ni say ye nya no. Ono no ye candidate. Ono ye di nanyim ba beto ballot paper so. Onko ba bia na manfo hu no the authority that he has. Now at the end of the day no baby obetutu na namo akono and ne can this for someone be kan so raba me onya popular ebia owira na po e fa no owira we aye fa no owira Ekosiisen aye fa no enti na ebia ya bedu dia bedu enti de make catch on say NDC4 so omu gidi say baby aye gina Ghana 40 economy na ye edu omu ti asepa ene dollar ye kan ho asemi yes they know where it is coming from. And at the end of the day, I bet to me say these elections, there is no way Baumia is going to win the elections more than 51%. Because they trust him. The fact that our quagmire, if you ask you to my who to me can't tell me say, Unya the here that ma wakwemuda. Huh? But it's about trust. O ire anini tifie no. Huh? Unim the manage udi. Or see a woman kwamu, the here the more no benantino. It's about the trust. Because on what chiriwa unim bi otumi ye ebi o so a unim de o ma hene tumi ye ana meboa correct at the end of the day no o yiri gidie Ghana for gidie ni say the father say we here mu no they trust Ora about me than Ora John Mahama. You can't trust him. How can you trust Ora John Mahama? And then ye kan election asem Ofosu Ampofo catch say e clear say electoral commission ebetumi arege election ama any political party media minimum but on we win election 4 times meboa omo win election 4 times 16 years not just say owo gidie bi say some of their elections you know electoral commission rege ma otherwise nobody have evidence
so ochire mu adikuru bi ni die Edian pa no chire. Adia no chire ka chire say odi ye typical example from the voter region. How the be me kwa na mani ewu. As an experienced man. Oh, the aya na ha me kakra ni say when the leaders of the country of example for asumo man pa o unim very well from Begro as a DC that time no that me say that time grana say about the current dispensation there so minkai. But minim say oh yeah the first parliamentary candidate obiti Professor Fenin e wo Begro o ti ase that time no did this in them say start PNDC time and no be raha nti ye constitution no nimu so when it comes to ono Ora John Mahama Ora say don ketia na so mo ka sem bi wo krom hanoma sometimes they must measure because baby odi a typical example na no can what parliament and he has gone through the mill. Ofosu Ampofo untumi mfa the pedigree eni agro krom ha DCE a member of parliament a regional minister a minister a board chairman a national chairman in political field why national organizer otiase wa be the first vice chairman wa the chairman of a party it say or kabibia you should measure say asama making how the public is going to view it. So catch and say baby a call and electoral commission can make sure say parliament bet nasi na airline no be two minimum. Tell me when was the last time agency can force parliament to work? On come back on agency say media commission say electoral commission between agriculture parliament say mumpe yeah the airline ba montan na munya adwuma. President grant to me can be and as some make and me na minimum they make.
There are times I saw more
emergency. Emergency one electoral commission a befra and as speaker and a befra. And here's something okay. If speaker thinks say if the issue is relevant to the state and who he say obey the juma, it's a speaker and a befra. Any agency no never my directive say, me the lie beto. The law says in the 21 days. If speaker thinks say who here say or say a massa airline no juma and I say be answer na year. Speaker never free. President cried in the proposal kwa untimi for parliament say mo me juma. I just a speaker decide. It is all educating, more educating ye. And not just because of your interest and your emotional aspect of the election. Every day, agencies not attack, it doesn't give some credibility to all the agencies in the country. And kwa ye mawa agency problem. Ekwa ye mawa. Adentina wo ye elections. You are a national organizer. You told us in this country in the year 2020 elections, also every constituency, every collation center, or the lawyer to collect the elections. Elections is also won. Oh there, so no the answer or the choir law so the my lawyers now. Election you won by the constituencies. It you lawyers now got collation center no. O man to collect two numbers amawana. They couldn't. And at the end, say agency no crowd don't. Someone one of kind. Roger Muhammad captured the whole world to say he can never trust EC. He can never trust EC. I don't have any problem. But you believe, say, you are a stakeholder in this process. You have every muscles to measure and make sure say the accuracy will be done. So at the end of the day, who numbers. Or lawyers now, the brain lawyers. The intellectual numbers burn on the braille. Election, court no. Electoral Commission announce 3-4 results no. Tell everybody say ye numbers ye collect ye no. Ye numbers in ye. Every pool, every constituency, every polling station. Ye numbers ye cry in. Say ye numbers no. Any Electoral Commission numbers in Bobura. Right, at the 2012, see court. But utie all the pleadings, even lawyers, even judges concede, say yes, it is true. What the numbers are bad, there might be some malfeasance and all those, but unim or numbers now are the and to mean 10 elections. Let's give whatever the court said. Yes, we disagree, but also numbers now with the ampa into a free nekono. These are some of the reforms. Where the Electoral Commission is under the judiciary, they put some reforms in, and yet this kind of emotional thing now be a critical question. Be say, Chairman, into UGD say transfers can rig elections. Transfers.
Can transfer.
Na my data. Oh, Master Jai now kasanamitia. Data. Oh, mami sorry kasa mahine de ma u kasa ya ada wabe tu eska wahana. Me but now kasa. What you say? Data. You are not being fair.
On that you have been very fair to Chairman Ofosu Ampofo. What's some more about cancers no? True, but it's a misrepresentation.
Okay, if it is true, let's leave it there. Don't
over Democrats for 5 wins, no, my winning one. And no, the can't buy. Buy. We need two. It's not Republicans want to win it.
No, it's
not. If one Republicans need take it over.
Oh, it's not true.
Chairman, as someone will carry, and then they will carry.
It's not true. It's not true. Since 1900. From there before Democrats about winning elections, now the Republicans are winning by about 7 or 8 times. Oh, master. Oh, the mommy from Anusi, Mamma, we are the best and was a casa. Otiase. So the American say a per se a teacher of Maya. Munina, more casa, more per reforms, or more person, more pay changes. Bring a proper reforms. So say where we are sick on. Think through that level. Because you say about broadening horizon, and yes, I am more refer back because there has been a huge reform in our electoral process. It is all better now. Now, it's just an emotional. You just want to attack. You are not sure of your numbers. It will probably be a sometimes it's completely unfair. And so the systems you are building here. There be a mechanic say your systems in place. Alright, John Muhammad, electoral commissioner, me and family home. Because there is no way he can change the numbers. It say, "Oma you ready?" So agrona ye elections na e question. So Oma you ready? Someone participate here. Mesrepa, I beg from John Mahama, the leaders such as Ofosu Ampofo. I respect him so much. He's my senior brother. Otiase. But sometimes yenka de bema asumdue any ahoto papa. Enkrofo yenko an ye wo man mu aye elections. De bia to South Africa ye elections. 2 weeks you will never hear anything. India ye elections. 6 weeks. 6 weeks before they announce their elections. Yantishi. Mudia yanko ya krano. It look as if as obijina wabubuano because wakuku tira wa repainting. No man he need also chame onyame obabumi o man he so to a friendly guy, show guy, upia na be hu say o man he say any size ni kure nche da nyu sa. So tiase. These are the things that we expect. These are the things that we expect.
Maunum se Kumasi na chama ya mebi.
Abbas maninka say.
Na wo uti Kumasi wo dwane abetena.
Anope ya na meba.
Wo dwane abetena. Oni ya me unu national organizer nyina dwane. Enti wo de say oman me dem anusi. Ma me mo ora ba umia. Ashanti regional minister. MP se di na chi. Ni team. Adwumaden a oma ye a kire se ampa. Anwanwade biasi. Na nyame so besi hina. It doesn't matter what the people will say. Huh? Your glory and how nipa be true for abesha no eno ne ekire nkunimdi.
The state of Kansas is strongly Republican.
Yes.
In its presidential elections. It hasn't voted for a Democrat since 1964.
Fantastic.
So that's for
fantastic. So the chama kan ya no hold. Chama say initially no mo do mani hwe Democrats kakra. But ya esesambedi Republicans or no. And sansesan ko bio. The chama bonebe
chairman straight
what you say so chama
you got it wrong.
Chairman Pacho, but no problem. So what my education was it will be a mammy presidential voting history. That's the presidential elections to the
chama yisi asamo awokan chama
1900
chama CI asamo awokan chama CI asamo awokan ye yisi na le CI attorney general also now new information ya buy na share that's all
mitimbam
oh wait me reverend
ya chia tie for ne ahwefo menua
Abbas
Abbas the papa Tuesday I many chairman share Cobran why fe
that's it.
I mean can be make some aminka
dear Sam
Dominic so just so ni na tie
so ni say me there the birthday
birthday it was 32 am na kro kwa no and say communal labor na wo ye kra me
asasu buachi grade number 1 say grade number 1 do no be grade number
birthday boy yeah that's it obi jenu na amana na yetu bi aka ho te kwa na be yi Cobran na me cha me precious for grandson up for this year na obi am chom penifo se banchi nya ya na be kire enti the best time I bet you discuss it by on the 8th of December na engosi 9th no na yehuni pa Ghana for ina de omugidi den e na the mini Abbas kan me any news to me the party political party yan yebi basing of people come bass ura ma am ko ba bia they bass ura ba umi ko ba bia they will bass and I started enra na enwie wo chena so because that is the style amanyofoni na eye bia me hu say ura ba umi eye I mean a bit different kakran say what see from say onya kokuduro called house to house a bold can say decision power because you see we said here oye omampani obeye omampani abedi akire na ban na ho na watime anya kokuduro see from no I mean I was a bit surprised but you say and I say maybe why ready say the obi happy be obi say na wait me den amano answer mana ye oko Kumasi the last time o kan bibi no san call Cape Coast o kan bibi o ni na for LGBTQ+ ne ehun sensem in fact I was happy he said that because no rama ma ka ho sensem ya me ametia ya de ametia ka kese bae say yes so LGBTQ ho and ya ban o so sia owura Akufo-Addo na dis no o ma ye hu clear say o support and I on support but as a running mate or person obedi akunya no so no team that bold to say it is a no and non-negotiable. I was a bit happy, but Abbas Bay, Cobra, so the procedure over Baumud Baumia, and young one. And he definitely, I campaign to have that advantage over the other. And he, among yourself, Chamas obey church and him. Me how park is your pan of pay. I now Yankee di home come or Ninko home come. Sa containers 118, 120 rather.
In Rodian. 120.
Yes.
120 is a growth.
Affected it has nothing to do with NDC, it has nothing to do with MPP. If you say a home dear your park as your pan. Yes, I see a channel they call Yampeni for Edi and Nimso. Minister of Finance, and Chief of Staff, Minister of Health. I know, sir, even though I'm Mantem, but I know I be GDS or around that. Na what here somewhere over 200 monpa because you see I mean minimum explanation be a bit my explaining I mean by ourselves say a new amudi aba che no 120 containers I see 7 million Ghana cedi or charges a hold containers ni be si wa man roni na say I mean mintiase minti bibi a bit ma gina kira sia oh na the other have say campaign I can want me now. Didn't you campaign? See a mom crying on your money. Yes, sir. That's we should give them the opportunity somewhere on your money. Not ya my no for ya some faso. And for only be any. And you be the only now to an and out to be adding. And they are buying person of boy because it's the government to buy. For the first time in the history of this country, or car ambulance almost about 300 and something. I didn't see opposite Apomudin, Obuama Pomudin, she anything, a cotton. Sabia Nipan easily said Nipan between young Guan, because refer hospitals and they will be corners a kind of adding. And in my constituency, it will be the same government say, see 111 hospitals across the country. Sabia Pomudin be closer to the people. Now say hospital we are but you apart from equipment, and we have drugs here. Drugs from last year, May. Basically, containers are only in free in the Minclebisine.
The big rabbit aspire first quarter of next year.
And see, my question is that are there in a year? Why? What is that? As since my dream want me who answers a woman. There are more questions than answers. And Obien ho okasa ye ho so. And ade achiesi bia na ye ka ho asem, but nothing has been done. And what me can video so say Era Akufo-Addo president say bia won tie. But ye come not. Era vice president Okumase. But I'm sure say ye ka say union be send text but na say on ben no to omunim de ye koso e Kumase. E ma me chief of staff so Okumase kra na enkofo ben no. See beg meaning how the ebe can for home say be see church yes one for say enuro no ya ma na hwa ma na say mpacho car cry that dey cry say ba e call demolish cry e require visual yi auction the man go for one issue ye nja ma go waste na sabi enuro a ya dia ba be cheyen enti misrepa enede misre ahobrase mu pa misre the government of the day. My union find yam on yourself and can't tear we can't tear we because Macan hospital no will be in who the party card neko. Nobody will be for party card no hospital be in yatro whether in DC or MPP. Now, for example, for buy or can send be Chama or Daruma, what's your meal? Or say, almost see hospitals and come hold on here be. Now we is also now quite called Bruchinti or call hospital I or Koya who said the name city or indeed penny for what are me brew say ye party I'm not could be a because we'll be free home or because we'll be free home or be free baby I and they said you see na see any come near you now. Any come pass we are some co. Near better na hire so dey. Ahwe you. So that's amanya some no. Anna
but maybe she if we can discuss that for the next 40 minutes because very disheartening.
Yeah, Cobra never me no me the person they can na you so discuss can.
Because
look,
no now.
Me who be Okumase. Tell me you about me call you. Me who you ra compreko. Kennedy Japan. On net basim. I'm share pictures very far aye. No need na stage so. It comes back to you didn't pay for it.
As I'm catch you for example for
the way you Gina obi konso din kofoatem. I say there are people who don't follow you about me. E binum e kan kasa bi tia you can Japan. Nenye. E bi so you can Japan chi. E kasa tia you about me nenye. And now mom you na kan bom no. O shebre den. And what they say you tia say there is no way MPP will sacrifice the Ura in Japan. Na yemefa wo mecha order. Enye yi. Ana Ura in Japan na woni ni team. Nti na okoi. A woni ne party aka bom. Na ye fefe omonam yi. Emranti a na mo wachira na mototo baba park no so di atem kan sema kase. One time bi me ti abranti bi. Na mentimi repeat this asem no. So obi akoye brain can say surgery, you know. You hwe na dream mu say, "Hey!" And today, I never can campaign home. I'm Ofosu Ampofo na fe ya kan sam na ya horo no. Today the two of them have come together. Me no me call fear me share video na me who said no. Still I say advising me myself be e won near me bi ho. Ti mrantie na ye ya manyo so na ye pese ye ba bedru se owura Baumia e be se owura kan Japan ye so owura Mahama. In fact, ye campaign kra no. Owura Mahama he has been a president of this country before. You're Okoso president. You're Baumia now before you become even a vice president in this country no. Kwabra MP kra joke. Me say me course me ko MP di. Ni die ni bua me wo ma MP no. Me MP o ha kind of crash no. Be share na me man maximum respect. MP na nkasa me period no. Na obi a vice president, obi a president. Na asuko no ma big more brother. Timi dimpanifu atama kese because of support one against the other. Now tell you the about there. Say like a campaign hu hia. We have to be careful. And sema ye katia ye hu ye hu. Metwe. Kwabra hu nim say anya hwe Lordina nti. Sempa FM. Say Lordina ne ma me fi apoma. Na ne papa fi bodom. Na me ampoma fi ofri mu na me fi. Bodom so ne do me abra emu nwa. Oye ya dekese pa. I'm telling you crana for. Ye mfani ni agro. Oye bibia osom ye bo ankasa. And we are pleased to have a first lady. Ni kuna be president ofri empesi aso. Sana yewura Mahmoud Baumia. Onso be ofri. Ani abusi ofrim. Obi nya ya nkope. Asante ka say obi nya sai bia nkope. Ye nya na santi. We are closer with the president, you'll be happy. We are closer to the former president, you'll be happy. But both sides, if you have the opportunity to get closer to them, even getting closer to the president, and you joke. And you joke.
It's not a joke.
Let us respect our leaders. Now, you bet much your dream.
It's not a joke.
Even the name calling cry a free or mukrakeno.
Or no Joma.
Mama, respect your mukakra.
Or no Joma.
Mama, respect your mukakra. Say respect you and society. You better make some be a person can be but let us show respect. Look, you better know what the atama. I'm for the matter. The measures of the miniatum or Casai. Some someone with atom, heading atom. But in fact, among the many people who claim, we are privileged to be here.
But Mumunye de Mu, the same way you found one.
What I say? What you me to hear social media. Timi dina tema do atema because Ghana no yadwin na kwa say attend die na dey den ye dey yin sama den ano please Mama yam find the Emra campaign.
Okay, but that's P Reverend. But Abbas, meaning what follows this medicine issue now? What is that? Chairman, we need to be serious about because now young kind of because if we can spend all the minutes left now to discuss this matter.
My idea is
too much.
Sadie no abano.
Too much.
Who's what you now? Na me because na me nua Charles asemo kind there me ne ya adwene to a very large extent. Baby am ne nya adwene say ye de hon tansa bo aban a enye yie no e ho nko na me de me ne
and say de hon tansa bo no. Yes, so draw in because aban no. Are you saying that intel them picking on picking to the extent?
Say see ya me ne wo kasa yi. Ye wa aban a o man na me ne onsuo ni bibia ye beto bia no. Ye GI tax e wo ho. Na company say ye adwuma enya mfaso wo krom ha. Wono atintim dia kwa parliament say ye ma omo tax holiday to the tune of $450 million. TNO $450 million.
Waiver.
Tax waiver. $450 million. Company back Central Oil on Kon tax waiver wom $145 million. Na ye didn't know about oh my dear man didn't say enro no aye dia ba no ebesa yare miensa HIV, tuberculosis and malaria. No my own TB no yare bia say dro no ma kodru ba bi na wunya no mo na mo na develop a certain resistance. Inti adro no bedum rebi baba be nom say du kro no anso no enye dey emfa. And as say ya omunya it is a HIV a yes utimi no madro no anu adru ba bi a viral load no ebe ye negligible. Ubetimi ne oyere atena awo ubetimi ne ukunu atena awo a oba na be ma ne nya bia kwala ne so nya bie ba na wanu maduro na akoduru ba bia na wunya bi nnum no viral load no e multiplier e multiplying 10 into o ma hwe omo a sabi e na obi nso wo ho a sabi amaniama hu yesi amfa ntutuka wonka se wanya ace ntino sabi na kono ba odi kodua ba bi e na nipa bebre nso na roba yi omo mpehye na o ma hwe oye na ade beba krom na so baba ko na wa ade we bi na aduro no ama me na nya bi anom na still wate praga na amanfo ate agu ne so o ma ofri se papa na beba krom a papa na beba krom a na taxes e wo so omutua no nko a o ma ye sei enru $10 million kra wo banana do danko Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Baumia at the $540 million check companies omunya mfaso free. This is the wickedness I can want some. I will come. I heard Nancy Akufo-Addo teaching hospital. Or my Akufo-Addo teaching hospital. A referral center for 12 regions. So we are Western North, 5 northern regions. Ne 3 Bruni Yinana Muye Dea. Your father Akufo-Addo near the way they ever. Yes, he paid $10 million. Yes. Abansu Niska. Santa Maria say, well, who's a name say? Into one was say. Of abone ho and wafade aye dey abone ho aban responsibility na santema urafa you tals ayakokra ye di ba be ye sa adwuma we no ye mane ka ya mamafo anu binimu oman e di oman ne achichire ni sei e di oman ne oman oh Ghana is about time ye niam bebre what say nti aduro no aka pot no Okasa ya de hon tansa bo aban a enye ya medwene ho amenti ase it just a matter of priorities and no more sabi omanya HIV babaso remfo omo a omanya sabi tuberculosis friend is in samaiwa eni omo a papa ya yare esan ye papa eni omo omanya 3D yare ye malaria a omunya duro nnum no enemu hunu say enyamo no maye bibie na emoma ban trimodenfo na nado ne Dr. Baumia ban trimodenfo a ayafo hu hia omu okrom ha a omutimi jai komfo anoche ma ne sei wo mo ne ama makodu ba bi amaduro na o man say wanya tuberculosis no obi atena no wanya tuberculosis na o man wonya duro nom na yare ni nyini na oni nipa ne da se ne nipa ni si bre obowa na moja nam nanum ni huni mu a na ban part mi yes ade ya o man na ra hosam ne say o man wa hu say no ya ba bedru ba bi a adane abaifo asa wo sakọ animu a o ma mewu wo saba wachi a wo papa ewu enuro na ba last year nka wo se yi no ma ye anyi ama enuro no ebi be say first quarter of next year. You know na yenye no e be say first quarter of next. Na some way aye kan kra no obi akra ma abonten ye medi nkomo say e bia bibi say na aye dey aye consider
ya pa o
and o ma ye wo ohwe ye tax policy ni mu a o ma ye tax policy ni mu a ye wo niam bi o ye ne de ba na ye of a public interest nature to say nro ya Ministry of Finance etimi waive omo tax o ma say onim sa Ministry of Finance ebetimi ya waive omo tax enti nro yi say ya nanado priority Dr. Baumia priority nro no enye priority my MPP nti no ene nro na support because Dr. Baumia court achiman akwala bi kobusa no say oba training college nursing training 3 years ni yentu an allowance Dr. Baumia share bo say ampani ampa ni nuane ampa na watch obemi atua na watch dru ye no order obi oso ye mate woni tumi no order me atua indi Dr. Baumia nursing training allowance I dey kwaje France dey akoto aba dey watimi am atua na HIV for malaria for dru a ubetimi am atua ne dey eno dey enye wasem as head of economic management team. It shows how low we have sunk as a country. Or my you say the mark of a country, it's the commitment it shows towards its vulnerable. Or my bia no sabi nipa sabi o ma di dem kakra wo mu nipa kwam nipa o mo ho dodo o mo ye dey ewom. But so your mind now your money anka say wo se nipa kun ne homa wa e wo so ye money a wo ma wani kum unkofo o mo ho dodo o mo o man ye nyina ye te ha no there is a thin line between able and disabled.
Very thin, very
ubetimi atena asese anu mu na hwe ade bechi no
very very thin line
ade bechi na uti hwil mu
very
yeah enkwankwa ikura de obetimi ne oba bia kodi mpamu agro na amanfo ya de boni HIV through no fault of yours wakonya bi what you say through no fault of yours wakonya bi na so wakonya yade yi bia e draw na obepa no
but it doesn't really make
it doesn't make sense o my no na make catch say no na make catch say Ministry of Finance o mo atimi amma companies a mo ya adwuma nya mfa so 450 million tax waiver o mo wo to me say o mo so timi waive tax on that no a 1 year o mo waive ye no o mo mra na e ba kan of
it to be fair to get a release to that
yes
of course.
Oh,
really be a private and more do chance you bet some you containers no
because you see Reverend as we speak now kasa dey so be dey need dey mpo ama yen Ghana for aka say who said to say the soldier for no year swiftly with the potential member of parliament oh my what for aswe say obi be ka say be no no credit buy no it's not up to a certain standard or because of winning the scene and I say we there until because I mean
oh my one say me dem no say ya wa asem ni mo say they say no no yekoyi kura no a akoye sensu ato awi ade eche na yesi ye be so nsuo de TB no ne de mu aye den ama na wu no wawu
it's trouble
de ni HIV viral load na bro ne so obekunu na kuno de malaria bekunu na kuno na nado me kotu na nado wase covid ba ye no economy say ya betimi aye ni ye na nipa wudia ye ntimi nsanfa ne mran kwam enti through go recklessness the negligence of the Akufo-Addo Baumia government ama amanfo wu in this ayi esifo ne ayi awu yi enne ye yi ayi besa timi do baba nkomo ana eya asem sebe
when am catch a bus I on timasana clearly you direct it at people who are responsible for some of these things they said the Kolibu say edum kania na say plant ho nyina no two ni nyina surgical na yi nyina enye adwuma you know what telling your mama his excellency the former president or you are not telling another that na do sankwa maintenance officer
oh my one say ma asem o ameka ye no me di gina bibi so say Dr. Baumia ko kachi man ya yesi ye national service allowance
just say you can
possible so bet bibi eh no man ne brebe na ye dum light ayan function man panyini esro wusu na minister of communication o se brebe a light be dum woni fie bia wo no wotena se pa ne to ase bo ma amadua
me pacho we are always chairman better we should improve our systems.
NDC or what they are improve when MPP or how they improve. Oh my, what's the menu?
There are a lot of messages about or more comprising when your party was in power.
Exactly.
I mean, personally reading. Charles, we need to progress. In progressing, John Mahama Dum 2025 no di o man so obedi o man so na se kane adum okolibu a the same John Mahama ne be say akọ ka say kane adum okolibu it John Mahama be say
kra ne say won say comparative analysis na o maye no ehia na ma obi ahunu se ba no o mobile no ma makra nkeye
all right
mo ba no mo ma ye ti ase say ade bia NDC aye bia anye den enye ti mo na mo be for mine de akọbọ sha asase so ukọ bible mo so a ye se anye ye nti na yesu ba ye reverend me boa eye yanka ne papa mo na ne ma say nti na mo ba ye enti se ma ba na mfie nwotwe na still mo de be compare NDC dia you have no business being in
ye can so land they land
propaganda be ba chama wo waye no hai
oh my we see nkomo ayedi enka eye pass ye nyina be nationalistic okay na yen hwe baby a oman no ye pija ye deko
exactly baby ye deko de nya pa
any sometimes you know media I don't mind say Rebecca just say your past mistakes will correct our future. I don't have any problem about that, but the problem is that I bring in no say see Rebecca sane Rebecca yen situation will be I bet me catch her say this is the solutions we say maybe na me catch her say ka obetena ha wi a but if you go na so ye bi ya no watia for baby but sometimes your language is that. And it's are we finding the solutions to our problems, Nana? Problem number. What is the solution? What you say? Eka by this time can come eka say where I want my brother to start say. Me, ye can you know the magical sis one say, and ye did kenny. What you say? Abba. Enti me, woman can make me sabre me bomb subo. So I'm sure my dream emra bibiso. Abbas be can't task. A year waiver to companies. For me, the leaders of parliament must also say one day you are sorry and no package and say tax waivers. Yeah, maybe you will chrome. Why don't you pass that law? Because you be increasing tax you chrome parliament won amoye. I know my boy. You be catch your plane. It is a ye two na mobi. Ni Judicial sa na mo na ye two no. Obi akwese loophole. Obi famufi. About to so catch them say, and this by all my tax waivers da. Opa yan calculate is almost there not in MPP there. Do we want to discuss that? MPP by and so my yebi. It on my me twin me no me. See a hwese sadi and MY. Why don't we stop? I don't think ye na sa sika no ye gidi se betumi dia ye atu anamon bia ebebo mama na kona nima. The parliament have that responsibility. Ene sa exemptions here and ye can ho asem here akwaji nro ya koguhwe. The chairman of the parliamentary committee say on say waivers ni ade say mo hweso oba ide na si ho kwan say up to now they having issue a statement say o de yan fan say and now Abbas abon na adu din wabo wan di wabo na me chief of staff me finance minister. The members of parliament who represent us. And come ayedi, who was our catch say omontiana. Omontie say nrobi ababa begu. Na debian and Rami can say me say omaimuha. Your budget ye about 50% go waste. 50%. Na me kan na me say edu baby am kire mu wie e na charge tiase. Azumi say nroi, you say worth over $40 million.
45 million.
About $45 million. What you say? Say, oh my, say, that $45 million. Say, your budget, eco parliament. Ye di big ton row, a boy upon din for, and I'm a boy. It is a who assume is a half for budget, $100 million. And Cassan ring now will be no be 43 more. Not so many big go up, say, 50% American and go waste. So what you say? These are clear analysis as a statement. We have to come and sit here and discuss. Because yes. Yet chroma. And medical stores. Tema. Oh my, a no ira, a dear ben ye, obi tin ho, or my boss subakum you know, obi coche jatumu, Ekosiisen. At that time, you know that they go and everyone under the best of me. Ghana for. At the same time, a bunny a hospital near Dra because political expediency ma betena ha aye dede akacha manfo say ye nya duro mfa hwa manfo ebi ani aba sanya bi ka ejina na oka say message aba na hu hia say obekan because oka say o kan in their era yankoyanim. What is the solution? And I'm urging the members of parliament to say ye din komo ni nyame ye yadom na say ebi kro mo nkai na mo ya kwanya ne ye betena ha enam say yenso ya soda fomti no ye de bekan yesem okrum ewo afidie so omo tibia. It is time. There are a lot of laws ayaye wo kromwa petroleum tax law one tax law sa waivers na ye dema corporations you know me the abas kan ye maintain but say I na me hu ye but if there is anything as a citizen na so kan okra kire na say company be ready e be a company now mam say tax waiver for 400 million or my they are ready to pay oji so a engom company because it is part of their proposal uma factor and omodeba anameboa. It is all this kind unim de betimi aye.
But chairman, because we continuously refuse to punish people, to make people be responsible for their actions and inactions, that's why Omano Ibitimenya Kukudro say containers over 120. Ever we go on man? No,
Omai, first of all, let's assume say Omai, so my taking responsibility to one. Na se emra wo ho se sa sika nanga sa agent anya government to government obi ka business to business ana meboa it is a nessa wo se ebia $10 million said about can say $10 million and I was say ye gidi to duty and a 10 million ye nya sa 10 million ye gia anya GRA ho ne beko GRA gigi revenue ni nyina no bobo no a anya national budget mu na ode ba beto ne ahwe dia planning your future and I'm a boy. Etinu say at the end see a coin say between I can't say government products grana ye did delay say clearing ye did in and for so be any so a bar if you have to give a waiver immediately give a waiver because way a donation and yet a draw a be business except say any information in say somebody is coming to say or the business or beton and your profit there. Then we are talking about something different. But a donation that is coming to Omani when we took over in 2017.
Maybe chairman.
January.
Maybe chairman.
Okay, all right. I'm just citing another challenges that at the time ECG. Control machines, equipments, materials, every good port. At the time I take over, now do port 18 months. 18 months.
We need to stop this.
Well, I didn't hear. Duty. 18 months ECG. Meanwhile, we experience power shortages, cable deficiency, and all.
The Global Fund has issued a final warning to Ghana, demanding immediate clearance of tuberculosis and malaria medications that arrived in the country last October. According to the fund, despite assurances from the government, a portion of the shipments remain stuck at the port and can expire. In April, the Ghana Revenue Authority announced it had secured the tax waivers to enable it clear the drugs after months of delay. However, demurrage and third-party charges amounting to 7 million cedis, which must be paid. Due to this debt, more than 118 containers are stuck at the port. And Samuel Hackman from the Global Fund Coordinating Mechanism Secretary stated that it is only Coordinating Mechanism Secretary that stated that it is only affecting it only affects the 45 million worth of commodities, but also strains Ghana from it goes on. What it means is that they are disappointed.
My example be my strong. Me can of this. Na me ton me talk and near my court Niger. Na a comedy on bar. A combo hopper auntie. Omunshishe mono within the capital city no. Long vehicles into from 6 o'clock up to 12 a.m. in the afternoon. Ya chiwa sika obetua no ayekra wo ton car no ne mum se wo de aduane nko eba e be city na me se kwabra motorcade ne de woko motorcade na be broko Niger Now, omo custom no, I say yard kese. Kai be about city ni biano. And so odi kan romo capital city. I mean 2 villages and so capital city. And so all the other cities no. And two customs now. They don't even delay. For car money in area. Documentation of no. Omu jai ma akoton aburo no wie. And so agent then about the documentations are with your duty. Because omu here aduane. Na the mami who yanka say wo ye aburo no de e fa car na se gu fam no. Amanfo ko no masesa. Make aduane asem. And even if chairman akofa nuru aba oba be tonkra ma citizens enya bi. Na sa ban ka say onyi na on ton no metua me hu boni bi kai wom because about we buy in 2017 minim say we are aware na about soon in they were chasing some people we announced taxes be na so mutua duties on certain goods or ma kraba or maimu you can say Ibrahim Muhammad Kradin epopia sokaya and others can say businessmen and women ama yuko for be talk about they say omotime I rescue about 100 million plus if it's uncle for you and duties are not so much you want to. And minim any kind of what kind of explanation? Sabi a buying between the amayen. Sec and no buy, you know. A DNSU, make a Diania Samo, make a broom once some. Price your normally tossed. Would do a can say a traffic lighter because of the police motorcade, you know. Ye jam across so that nkofo benya aduane den edi according nkofo na meti omonkom omoni jo omoni adom kredi en say over $200 million worth of drugs are na nkomo twen senka we clear we are nkomo san de bebra o man na meden ama ya yusu and because of this the area into no person cancel that contract na den e da ho no cancel. Yes, because in Penny for Crassy, I could consacrate I don't consume Nagisha. Adiana, Sabi, I could concern. Yeah, consume.
Now, Bram Penny for one Nagisha. Yeah, the war in Nimcran, I say, a dear Jumacano. Yeah, fine, Juma. Not the I will never come with my company money. And the chairman, whatever we brood the king. In fact, a new dear Crane home, Yama Ghana Forza. Say, I tell me about 3 months ago about ETA argument because they were discussing all over networks in Ghana. And now, you teaching him some crabby. So we thought, say, at that time now we clear about 18 containers with him. If it's a Nina Kran wedding or me, Uncle for now almost sending that warning, caution, warning, caution, warning. We are pleading and penny for Omokabi a boom. Mama Esther Kumasi Abazi Owehuno Otetafuna Obonyom gospel musician or say already way there see when impaired or see way there see when impaired Mama ni made in was nti mesre say yura adanko Akufo-Addo and our aroma we dey nyesa okọ na abaochi we dey under your watch. Do something before you go. If for nothing, Krana, in him said the hotel. Kikahona, in Runi and Timini. Government vehicles are river crowing. I want to tax or so, and I correct him. Even government vehicles were doing insurance. But yet, at the edge, because they are buying a cancer in Fidia, a dear boy or minor economy. Drugs, they ain't in fine your some money a year. Because yasem we need it now. All hospitals are we are the entire nipa say in hospital and say we visit hospital we are not visited prison the last time now call much we call much we are call CS ready come home now call names na gugu nkofo enaso no ohun ebinum a ebi so chen o so chen ebinum ebi so chen all these things ni na aka bu mu wi a e ma hu se we nipa ahobrasemu na daro mebru ma ye meka ho asemu biem ka enu be Monday cry kokra na ka start say clear goes afi hu komo bia o wi a if you say you betime die den amna yi
oh my I think quickly test na ready something came to my mind so when him say the hard drink kakra is a agency no, and I say GRA and our customs or whoever and our Ministry of Health ain't being country. But the kakra across my mind is so when you say port, there are two things that it runs over there. The shipping line now the near money banner is different from our taxes. This our duty now you can't want so all to the mechanism. And Untina, I agree with you 100%. Say need you more. What is the issue? Global AIFO no Ediwomo Omo Sama Betuja. Say what you say. Ministry of Health, GRA, what is the problem? Is it the problem is about say okay, more waiver all the taxes in amount. Huh? Now a shipping line and a Jessica. Okay? If that is the case, now say global fund for Nisika. Now say I was say enya background a bit a global fund decided say on be raise fund from the community. Maybe the Ghanaians are willing to pay.
Yeah, but Debbie Chairman, let's not even.
No. I'm talking about. I'm giving you two perspectives. What I'm saying is that.
But who the baby are the free by GRA, whoever is in charge, Ministry of Health, what's the challenge?
No, yes.
And then the other aspect is that Ghana Fokra contribute to pay. We will pay.
No. I'm talking about. Two segments. Me say. Shipping line now or the in your money banner and then you can't demurrage. You can't demurrage. It is not about duty in Guan. You have to get it right. Yeah. And your duty now want to mean to your government, you know, and the money yet demurrage.
Or see all the charges are.
All the charges from the shipping line. Yeah. Shipping line is an individual company. Into anonos are buy wave all the duty no buy back at say between tax say major national health insurance ni nyina no buy free hono shipping line omo fancho because omo containers now odi ndiem na agumu e de aba oti the mechanism but no are we say if the government says buying it here, I'm not saying it's buying it here. Then no has to go through a certain documentation. The Ministry of Finance needs to raise money and go and pay the shipping line to clear the goods. Because shipping line almost can trust our Ghana land into the containers in the you have to pay. And nothing America said the ministry have to come and explain. I know one cash in China and I will be a candidate. So what did the mechanism? And America trust our bank trust a minister. Media made the taxes need be actual. By shipping line Jessica, a drone say 7 million. Yeah, Cabo Ghana for money. Adam Musika be go abonti. Say bet me
of course.
Of course, say bet me jaba. I'm not save the lives and the souls of Ghanaians. What did they make us? And that is what I'm trying to say. They some of me at situation I see. Near you know to me the hunkomoyi. And this idea the BBA show.
Supporters cry don't how much I mean African games Work
these are some of the things we need to discuss and know it clearly.
Chairman, Abbas, we are wrapping up. Maybe a comment.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Chairman
and we need to discuss that, which is very, very important.
No offer.
It is very important.
But I disagree to offer a so nobody should push. Dr. Mahmoud.
Why do you want to push him? Why, let's discuss it. Why do you want to push him?
Chairman,
who pushing him for?
Chairman, so we
are. Say, Vice President, why you do some Chairman, some can crowd here. Chairman, need you. Who do the offer? Can? Who do the offer? Okay.
On my one who said,
no,
my one of the reasons. Emma will be a who say, I say, MPP Amanyo Kuno. And you're ready for 2024. Running mate Dr. Baumia Enyabi. Unyabi. When you be a Sanko body. When you be Uncle Body on my meba. Yet to obey no October last year tone. Oh, one a dean way abba on every more pareneco. Oh, one on a professor Unina. Baby, or higher choir. Apostle Unina. So I a professor. Anna is a professor. Professor Unina. Baby, and yet, and they say, baby, how quiet catch it. You can't see the name people say, there be baby, I won't know. Sebi. Why you finish Druno? You could jaru pumukra feet. To me, many more yam kakrana akano. Me family do a cheap. intermediate or run it baby be or
even
some abo bumping for bidding yet as they cause emudi to professors no mudi my bar up akoya says say running mate Dr. Baumia inyabi na din aye cheche say was settle on Napo what you say na on say ukokrum na banchi asan wo ho and ye den come for ye aduane because nan come for ye fam ah so ukokrum na banchi asan banchi ho akwa atwe a because so say open running mate na Napo no akoyi no a not just say you are bringing on the ticket with a lot of baggages.
But you should be happy if that is the case.
Yes, some can't tell.
But you should be happy.
Happiness no be na me express no. Now power no say what bon na odi teacher. Napo video ni wa ha ma me fan say
no
said it on Cresman.
Say what born now the teacher.
Or say teacher ni obi anu a work school a pass or bekwa kodi teacher. One say me the ma wa wo de beto am obi ahwe.
Na dia sem na ya.
Me say me the ma wa audio visual o. Me the ma wa wo de beto am obi ahwe. Na power to parliament oni suhini eyiyi anu a o say opa yenko akire ne yenko toto yensa. Opa o signal na vice president wa banner to obi aka asema.
Na the vice president
o be wura tare akotutu blow. Na nanse ya de energy ministry ahye wonsa. What was that? Enti Napo dia ya nyame kan nya kwa
bonsem say
mania jibuta what you say nanti running mate Dr. Baumia nya if Baumia had any better alternative he would not have settled on Napo asama obeka kire yedum so yi minister mu a ye the ministry shows na dum so mai and now because of incompetence no made mismanagement into wakofa dum so aba and yebuza said that ben now the timetable beba Penisia no brebre ma baye dey eto o we bia de we ya be maintenance no ni ade nka asem wa kire isan se woni buo ni anidie magana foti asem o kan ye wono no say ye mom ne enkoye ye timetable it's an indirect admission of the competence ye de adwuma cha unsa say ye adwuma ne unye ne ye ni ye se hwe ne ye ni ye na wo say ya ne enkoye ye timetable dia that is adwuma ne untimi nye wo hu Kennedy Japan would Dr. Ba once first day no one can first day no Dr. Baumia buy no na ken nka ho o mo ahwe se ne kuma se
maybe no otukwan
no no otukwan we me no kwa he
no o
amanone fa he
America
no mo the private jet na kofa ne ba ya na
obedu na na
man me de se dia wo kan so e kira se
bomu kendi
o my say but say o my say dia make an factor first day na ken nka ho me bo
not on count but not with that intent
now kan one kan wo mu hunu say Kumasi ni koyi because 15 regions no Dr. Baumia kono ba bia ni ho akana di akire put that on record ba bia ni ho awadi akire Kumasi Dr. Baumia ba first day na ken nka ho second day ni ekopa ni choma ne ba ken nso no wadi ka kadada wo say Kennedy ka kadada is a video mi wo videos mi ensa mama nya na mi wo videos mi ensa mi wo video mama
I'm surprised that okase obi ago
mi wo video mi ensa right o my tie mi wo video mi ensa Kennedy ka 2024 there omo de Baumia ko omo belusu na Baumia so your strategies and wama do enti kan there wadi ka the verdict on Dr. Baumia badada but the entire can not join in a moment show. Well, who said Dr. Baumia lose no oko lose no. So I make a lose ni ba pay because I can our mayor campaign tina Dr. Baumia lose ye. And the Kumasi no who second edi Dr. Baumia chine ye ni tin was sign o. Okay. Ye ni tin was sign say Dr. Baumia ko lose wa. Ya make a second anya campaign because Baumia campaign no you don't have to be a soothsayer to know say it's going to crash. Wow. Na kwala obewu no. What the neto Muhammad Yesu kura obede obewu ba o me lose no ayeba no kobra obiri konfo no chekran timi GMPP
obiri konfo no chiwu obiri konfo no
me no obiri konfo no chese me no obiri cha konfo no
me dey say o si olma akasa
olma akasa
na na o si oni baby o
olma say obia ni kwa so tata Dr. Baumia
kobra the woman say me the messenger say
Bamenchi Olma Hackman also
na me hunu aso di be 45 years na me se me kwa ko hunu trick no on kire me come be sem 100 years
no da so CC no so papa
na so si di ne hunu no so na no dey me share baby me chia ne se na me tapo
age pa
me tapo grace feeling sem kobra Yeah, can't I want to say one saying video be about your brand here. Or what is it Wasa area?
The parliamentary candidate.
Candidate no. Or your brand here.
And any train come over.
Yeah, Zan some okay kind of who for. Look, be careful. Without the security agencies in this country, there's no country. Who team move up on team? Who team go here? Yeah, Baba have man yesema. I have not said bibi na be wura mu si enti den o e kan sem no any basa bia na pay baby afa. Look, 2024 elections without military. Won't mean Pia Monten Kotoba. Without the police, won't mean Pia Monten Kotoba. Your man acquires on Kobo Sojan in Switch Mabo. So no Sojan in our near Mon no catch will be said, or more be any soon. Your man acquires with Akubonizo. Or a short of it mean any courage. Akobo uniform person. So what him say, a binum imposters. Near a binum to mission uniform away. Come which law in this country the man who coins says who will be a debonia? Obono. Which law? A man of quasi to be chili banana boy. Mamma may answer Sonia Masao. Ghana, no. He is one person out of the whole constituency. And you think that by accident, so being soldier for issue be important who be beer. Who can on taking it likely, sir? Likely. That be on be fee say, and they what can't do mutimunti. And I'm a baby said,
so in effect, it was a reckless statement.
Reckless! And you can say, a reckless. Me no me say ko buy our can say ko mu yiri fi ahman kwaso.
Bratas.
Now the president can be.
Yakotwetwa nipa baako.
Now the president can be. Ewo commission of law I can say attorney general o can say as president no on ma ho kwan. Emo bia amfa ya sundua ye wona den. Egegemu obidi ho agro. I think that the party has to call the guy to order. We are MP we are there busy. Even if you are 12 man na be MP, maybe I say akona be. Oh na idea ben. You hu go form nene you hack my can answer me. Finest odinbre. I am bro.
Hey,
look, for you to win elections, no, and yet did and this casanum. Now, penny for say, we are Bema Bibra, ye kojao, yes, ye kojao.
Mabo Bema, a comco.
Yes, I'm for say a con, ye con. Say a contoqua, and a wire Bema, no man for kojao. To a new bounce now yet. Now, General, we empty. To a Bema be a kojao. Near my bam video, so a cassa threatening is a last. You're Mahama. That's more kind of yammy, share mammy, sir. Former president will say electoral commission for ne year say only MPP focus on kabum no we album. But we album money year dia. Say how abana udi and we will mao. Because we are president. He's been vice president on winning elections 2008 and I'm he's been president 2012. The amino way arguing say MPP is defending electoral commission today whilst NDC is also attacking the electoral commission. It happened, I can say, 2012 to 2016.
That has been the norm.
And that it is there. I say,
and then they see a yifri.
But for them to come together to win, to steal elections here, some people in NDC, but Makabuma be election there, and yet possible, and yet possible to that. But you can't say answer. Now your man and Ofosu, you shank Ofoku Tupa. And then I talk about 2012 abano. So you say go Nima police station side or a man for Mugu Montenso before election petition about okay. I'm on match by cycle. The court Supreme Court declares say Urajon Damani Mahama and the president. And see 2020 you talk about you declare Akufo-Addo so president. You know parliament minority in parliament. Led by the minority leader. Then
carrying a dish
Machie to
electoral commission.
I'm about to 2 man forecast. Yes, says and can bring prior. Crashing with the police. Court run some of electoral commission crack kind of fan court. If you chain of figures on the court, so one get a winning. Please. And conform man and come good mountains are no. Conformer. Conform man come good mon can't send show mu. Go branch no say so jani bi ebo aboni bi no. He will not be there. Abra obi bobo wo koboni bia e dey asem be den e be brawo
all right reverend maminasi
mama yentu ye hofo na kwabra me sew time adu ye call election mamu makwan me metra mo fidie so en kasa basa
medasi p reverend
medasi
obese me to say if you know me I know you if you know me if you don't know me I don't know you.
Oh my. Yeah, that's it. The discussion has been fruitful. Sana was say today we disagree, we agree. Yeah, national agenda. Now all can say yeah, chairman of National Council of Elders.
Chairman Kasa no. Me did say check akra.
Before
me did say ne Kasa we no. Ya tra ya me imagine ya check akra.
Say ya tra ho. That what you want to say.
Because you know, ye pim say obeyi na bana fe hu say NDC MPP akansi no e huru butu je na nam benkum jo mama nam nifa bo me nam atifi device way.
No problem. Election is about strategy. Okay. Number 1, the ulma can say mirror na ene obo apron. E fi say to abama no. And then fe any de di kan ya watumi akọ Ghana nyina de ne ho akọkire say ampa ene osno party no me na wo mapaw me say menye candidate de wo mu pa ni say ampa ono ena nanim ye de beto aba enti say ye to na mo bia na ye make sure say Ghana fo hu ni say ampa that recognition is there. Leadership ni tumi na ye de amano no waso tumi ni mu party tumi no waso mu Enyama kakra wo ho betumi di ne na so because when you say there were a lot of issues as a leader no betumi di ne na so I can give you clearly the reference today say enuti na wo can me refer say pania wo fie ni sabi o ti hokra na ne nyansa pomu no husoro me say eneme catch up plane say abas adwene mu ya mean Ofosu Ampofo ne omo samai na omo komo omo di nyina oman say na nyol mu asam yo kaye ena na said me no mienu moja mo no
me say onu nti na koye sa
ko ena ade no say yes ye de e be ye free Ashanti region ana me boa
the Ashanti region na mani pa ba o
ba mi ape o mpo be ye free Ashanti region ekeneki ya bo bi din e free Ashanti region ekeneki de be kan say abas betra hai kon ka say abas nipa kon ka headmaster din kon ka obia
Ashanti region nipa
kenenya Ashanti region o mo hu say o mu dia ba mu a ko raba obia ko nipa ba akokora mpia bontin. It in that time can leadership recognition no can we say sabi woman can tia santimemu oti ase woman tia santimemu and now say e ka san ho pe fa no kra ka minu mie no ka be ya adwinu mu tana ka san komo aye die o man e ka da bie no ka de be fa e ka you can never also defend us because what dream be on anya so just smart o but me argue say dem kra na be ka chairman e do jiri say e bia ora na ponim o jiri say ora Isaac osenim ujidi say ebi ora wa edu twumnim ujidi say ora say obebubo dina ka say du pako a wafa no ka obebubo say dina oti ase but ene ye hu clearly ni leadership how he's welcome Ghana for ye ready some be receive no say ana ampa we ni kan di fo ena ba no ayekoto no so no pena be ko ena de orumu e kan say ye party in constitution say you have to do consultation. Consultation is not about present the person. I don't need consultation. Consultation with your leaders. Sabi omampeni wo ho, chairman of council of elders wo ho, national part, national executive. Where his consultation has to be said. Or my ebi am afendi pa miensa. Mpeni for my adwene mu ni. We and am person me ni to anamo. Most mu de anything. I can tell you one reason. Emro ran anado 2008. None the best candidate pa Ajia. The Ghana ambassador to US, former local government minister. What you say? But when the consultation go around, he realized no. Party penny for said, what you say? Then he goes back and then bring this young man. And wabe flag bearer. Oh, there be party.
Yes, I do.
And you know, just say, almost someone can say, oh no, on man candidate too. On card your baby.
As me a sheno.
Mamu sheno, munyano. Onye de hu hia all ye no. Because vice president there, sabi enye race. And I race. Enye race o mine. Obi obefan, obetumi afa, o kra so free be kwai. Oh, and I have any kumawu.
Na kwabin.
Na kwabin. You bet me a foul. So long as we MPP ni mapa.
Them some of them with me for be on your card bearer member.
Thank you.
Anna,
thank you.
Thank
you.
One and then your card bearer member.
Thank you. So, that's why
what is Nuruddin talking about? When was John Mahama elected as flag bearer of the NDC? And when did he select his running mate for the election 2024? Techimensa Central Region.
So, John Mahama, no, my mean of Befana, or then